General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, you are most welcome, Your Excellency, by our community. We have invited before you here all members of parliament from Acholi Subregion who should be here, the resident district commissioners, the LC5 chairpersons, maybe saying maybe you stand up so that you are recognized. All MPs, can you stand up? Those who are present. Very good. Then all resident district commissioners and regional and RCC, the region, resident commissioner for the city, who can stand up. The LC5 chairpersons, can you stand up? All the LC5 chairpersons, the 6 of you, no, the 9 of you. And then district executive committees for the NRM, those who are from the district, can you stand up, please? You are seen. And then district councillors, LC5 councillors who are here, can you stand up? The LT3 chairman, all of you stand up from all the districts in Acholi. Our opinion leaders, our opinion leaders, the 3 opinion leaders per district, can you stand up? All of you from the districts of Acholi who are here, you are most welcome. Then the district chairperson for youth council from all the districts, youth council chairperson, district chairperson for women council, also stand up. And district chairperson for the elderly, at least raise your hands if you cannot stand. I can see the Yoweri Kaguta, your schoolmate at Ntare, is also among our elders. The chief administration officers from all the districts of Acholi, can you stand up? The cow, all the cows stand up. Your Excellency, we also have religious leaders before us here, some who has led the prayers. I think if they could also kindly stand up so that they are seen. They are composed of the Catholic Church, Church of Uganda, Pentecostal Church, the Orthodox Church, and also the regional Kadi for our region here. Security leaders who are present amongst us here, led by Lieutenant General Otemawany and your team, all security officers who are in the audience. We have our cultural leader and all the chiefs of clan of Acholi, the different clans, the chiefs. Can you stand up? Sorry that chiefs don't stand up, but you raise your hand if you cannot stand up. Your Excellency, as guided, we have brought from the spectrum of our community, the leaders of Acholi, they are all here. And they have come to listen to you, sir. They have come to listen to you, but however, before you deliver your message, we want our LC1 of this village here, where we are to come and at least open for us the opening, the meeting. Thank you. The LC1 chairman.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Gulu PTC cells and the neighboring community, I warmly welcome you to our community. We are deeply honored by your presence and grateful for your continued leadership and commitment to the development of our country, especially Northern Uganda. I thank you, His Excellency, for peace and security. And I thank you also for PDM program. His Excellency, I request you for support to our village chapel. The name is and Kizabe. We kindly request your support for our saving and credit cooperative SACCO, which is actively engaging in poultry farming and saving mobilization to uplift the livelihood of our people.
You never expected him to speak good English.
Allow me to thank you for the different programs like PDM, Emioga, among others that have benefit the people in this community. That the residents of this community are in full support to NRM come 2026 with unwavering support for your leadership and continued prayer for your good health and wisdom, and you lead our community, our country, Uganda. Lastly, I request you to support me with a means of transport. To ease coordination of government program within my area of administration and for your mobilization. My name is Lango Francis, Chairperson, Local Council 1, Gulu PTC Cell, Unyama Ward, Daro, Pese, Gulu City. For God and my country.
Your Excellency, I introduced to you the leaders, the various leaders, but I had forgotten to introduce you, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, I had forgotten to introduce you the families of the Fronasa families who are in Acholi Subregion, from Lalogi, from Atiak. Their representatives are here. They came just to see you, sir. And they will, at a later stage, they will come, they will stand there for your recognition, sir. With us here, the ministers who are here with me, this Honorable Obona, who is the Minister for Northern Uganda. There is Honorable Beatrice Akori, the Minister for Economic Affairs, Economic Monitoring. Others, I'm told, they are on the way, but I'm also one of them, sir. The members of parliament available now, they stood there, but in this program, the moderators for this program is Honorable Ojara Mapenduzi, and then Honorable P.P. Okin, who is who has been doing our secretarial services memorandum, and Honorable Akol, one of your best friends. So we have Betty Aol, who is the woman member of parliament for Gulu City, and she is the deputy attorney general. And we have the deputy attorney general also with us. Your Excellency, for now, because of time, I would like to invite Honorable P.P. Ojara, together with Anthony Akol, to read the memorandum we prepared together as members of parliament, the RCC, the regional, the RDCs, and leaders, representatives. We will have to read.
Thank you, my Minister, Honorable Idarunek, for giving me this opportunity to make a presentation on behalf of the leaders for Acholi Subregion. But I want to have a disclaimer. The disclaimer is that what we are going to read here is not going to be affecting Acholi Subregion. Because we know if we are to compile our problems and challenges, maybe we need 2 days to go through. So I believe that the leaders here present will bear with us. We made a very brief summary, just for the purpose of guiding this meeting. And we are sure that some of you will be able to also give your contribution. I am going to read this, and I will invite Honorable Anthony Akol in the midway to come and also now finalize the summary. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, all cabinet ministers present here, all members of parliament, all past political leaders in Acholi present, Your Highness, the Paramount Chief of Acholi, Lord Madit Lawirodi, David Onena Chana II, Your Lord Bishops, the Chief Cadi of the Muslim faith in Northern Uganda, all local and government leaders from Acholi Subregion, all the in the change of military deployment at the border points of Acholi and Karamoja, opening of security roads in Agago, which has improved security and scaled down the Karamojong cattle raids and barbarism. We however request, Your Excellency, that the opening of security roads be fast-tracked and extended to Kitgum, and more deployment of security personnel to drastically reduce the destruction of the environment, and has also successfully driven away 25,000 cattle of Balalo as of February 2025. Approximately, Your Excellency, the implementation of this executive order has driven away 19,386 heads of cattle. And we hope this implementation is still continuing. Your Excellency, we want to report to you that the implementation of this executive order has slowed down and in some cases stalled. And the Balalo are still continuing to erect new fences, blocking community access roads and water points. We therefore appeal to you, Your Excellency, for your continued guidance and monitoring of the implementation of the executive order to achieve 100% compliance. Because the Balalo seems to be rotating around, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we appreciate the government allocation of 65 billion Uganda shillings in the budget of the financial year 2025-2026 for the introduction of coffee farming in Acholi Subregion. We also welcome the plan to set up a regional processing plan for coffee in Gulu City to boost value addition in coffee production in the region. However, we still need support in the diversification and ventures into high-value crops to complement the already identified perennial crops. Your Excellency, we also want to thank you for the creation of the Court of Appeal in Gulu City, a big milestone in bringing justice nearer to the people, which will serve the entire Northern Uganda. Your Excellency, we are informed that this meeting was called to address challenges and bottlenecks affecting the Acholi Subregion, particularly the compensation of cattle loss in the Acholi Subregion. Your Excellency, just a brief history that the collapse of the livestock economy in the Acholi Subregion started way back in 1979 during the Amin Liberation War. And by 1988, almost all the livestock in the Acholi Subregion were systematically wiped out. Over the years, Your Excellency, there were about 4 main broad dimensions or categories of how these animals were systematically taken away from the population. Category 1 was by the National Resistance Army. Category 2 was by the rebel group of the Uganda People Democratic Army. Category 4 was by the Holy Spirit Mobile Force of Alice Lakwena and the Lord's Resistance Army of Joseph Kony. And then category 4 was by the Karamojong. And these cattle, Your Excellency, were either forcefully taken or through signed agreements with the promise that the owners would be compensated after the war. Your Excellency, this issue was included, if you remember, you recall, in the peace agreement of 1988, which was led by Okello Kano, and the Juba Agreement of 2007. And also in the High Court of Nobel Diera and 7 others versus Attorney General under Civil Suit Application number 037 of 2006, and the latest civil appeal number 92 of 2022. Your Excellency, it was your wise counsel and love for peace and harmony that you opted that this matter be settled out of court. Your Excellency, since this issue started, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs in response budgeted for 200 billion to pay cattle composition in the financial year 2021-2022. I also want to highlight here that, Your Excellency, this financial year, as a parliament, we passed a budget of 150 billion, which will be used for the compensation of these lost animals. Out of this, Your Excellency, so far the money spent in Acholi Subregion is 159.50 billion Uganda shillings, which was released to pay 159.50 was released for the compensation process of 28,281 claimants. And out of these, 4,836 were from Acholi Subregion, who received 44. So far, and this is a summary, I know, affecting this compensation exercise, Your Excellency. Challenge number one we identified is lack of proper verified list of beneficiaries. Although the committee for verification was constituted, the process was not concluded, as the registration of new claimants has been ongoing, and every financial year this keeps on coming. Your Excellency, no local leader has ever had access to the beneficiary list, making monitoring and verification very difficult. We therefore propose that list of all people compensated, as well as those who are supposed to be compensated, be shared with the resident district commissioners and be displayed at the sub-county level, so that all people will be able to verify their names and the amount to be paid, and this is for transparency and accountability purposes. Your Excellency, many actual claimants for this cattle compensation are either dead, others are sick, or too old to follow up the compensation. The people following this compensation are children or grandchildren of the claimant. Many times they are bounced back without proper reasons. We propose that those who have letters of administration should be considered as bona fide claimants. Your Excellency, there is slow rate of payment from government and meager allocation of funds from the Ministry of Finance, which often compensate limited number of claimants. We propose that reasonable budget allocation should be given every financial year by the Minister of Finance to cater for the many beneficiaries who have not received any payment at all. And there is also need for a clearer process and a predictable timetable to when this compensation will be completed. Your Excellency, many of the beneficiaries have activated their accounts in banks with anticipation that they will receive this money. Some have done it 2 times, others 3 times, others more, even 4 times, even more than that, since the issue of compensation started. But no money has ever been remitted into those accounts. When you check the report of the Attorney General, Your Excellency, you will find that there are so many bounce payments, which is almost to the tune of, I think, in billions. Each and every financial year, payments are made and it bounces back to the ministry because the account is either inactive, the account is either closed because the beneficiaries will have opened the account But unfortunately, no remittance was actually done. So they could not maintain those accounts. Your Excellency, corruption tendency and dishonesty. The leaders observe that there is no transparency. First and foremost among the association leaders and their members. There is even equally lack of transparency from the government. Therefore, we propose that we constitute a commission of inquiry and a proper value for money audit into this compensation fund, so as to avoid misappropriation of funds. Your Excellency, on the issue of restocking, we propose that the government revitalizes it in Acholi Subregion, so that each and every household receives 2 oxen for opening land, 3 cows for breeding purposes. But restocking should be treated as a separate program from compensation. Restocking should be able to complement the compensation program in Acholi Subregion. Your Excellency, I will conclude here. I want to request my colleague, Honorable Anthony Paul, to come and then summarize some of the key issues in Acholi Subregion, which is not necessarily on the elements of the issue of this compensation. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, Your Excellency. My name, once again, is Okin Pipi Ojara. I represent the people of Chua West, Kitgum District. And we have been able to prepare this document for you. Thank you very much. Asante sana. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Anthony Akol is my name. I joined your party NRM on 15th of February 2025. Your Excellency, sorry, I have height disadvantage. I'd want to correct only 2 issues. One, the budget of 159.5 is not only for Acholi Subregion. That was a budget for Acholi, Lango, and Teso. 2, the case in court, the court case is Nobeta Diara and 16 others, not 7 others. Thank you. Your Excellency, also, I want you to know that many claimants did not register their claim because some of them were poor, and then the Acholi Ward claimants needed some money to be paid so that you were registered. Also, many of the claimants did not fill the data card, and therefore the list with the Attorney General is not comprehensive because they did not have the money, but also at that time of compiling the list, their appearance, and many people did not register, did not fill the data cards. Your Excellency, livestock in Acholi was like a bank for the families. And every activities in Acholi, people would bank it in terms of animals. And therefore, since they lost the livestock, their education was affected. People even failed to marry, and that was a source of poverty in Acholi Subregion. Your Excellency, livestock compensation apart, we thought it is very important that you're in Acholi Subregion. We have to bring other issues that affect the people of Acholi Subregion. And Your Excellency, one is the issue of land conflict with the government. And a case in point is Acholi Ranch. Your Excellency, the leaders of Acholi strongly propose that government plan and programs Acholi Ranch should aim at benefiting the community in Acholi, improving the livestock farming, rather than individuals benefiting from Acholi Ranch, as it is done now. In addition, the government should work with the community to open the land boundary quickly to address the land conflict between government and the local community on issue of Acholi Ranch. Also on the issue of Acholi Ranch, we had a communication and discussions together with the Chief Coordinator of Operation Well Creation. There are other areas that it is on the northern side of Page, and that is Lamore. The land titles should be cancelled so that people have rights over their land. Your Excellency, the last issue is about land conflict. Your Excellency, we thank you once again for restoring relative calm in Apa and this financial year for allocating funds for operationalization of the Judicial Service Commission of Inquiry. Your Excellency, we request that the Judiciary Commission Inquiry should interface with the stakeholders from both sides of Acholi and Madi sides so that this conflict should be brought to a lasting solutions. Your Excellency, we also request that those who are arrested in this area of Apa on trumped charges who are in jail in Adjumani and Arua should be released. This issue was brought to your attention in Gulu Barracks before. You instructed for them to be released, but after now they are still in prison. But also we request that those who occupied land of the Acholi and they are from Madi, and those who are occupying land of Madi and they are from Acholi should retreat to their original land as this conflict is addressed. Your Excellency, we want to thank you on the issue of Paris development model. We want to thank you for the milestone initiative, which aims at restoring household production for subsistence level to money economy. Today, the 9 local governments of Acholi Subregion have received a total of 98 billion shillings. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, this money compared to other subregions is quite small, since we have few parishes. At the time of the war, when other subregions were concentrating on creating administrative units, the government here was struggling to bring peace. So the administrative units are very big compared to other subregions. Therefore, Your Excellency, our request is that one, the parishes in Acholi should be transformed to, the villages should be transformed to the parishes so that we benefit like other subregions. But also considering the kind of poverty, the level of poverty in Acholi subregion, we request that the amount should be extended from 100 million per parish to 200 million per parish. Your Excellency, the next issue is war victims, who are talking about the livestock compensation only, but the situation of war in Acholi directly affected the war victims of the LRA, but also some people who suffered during the war. Among them includes those who still have the bullets in their body, they need medical attention, and this should be immediate issue. Because many have been calling us, requesting for operation. And I remember in March, we also presented to you a list of about 37 people who are sodomized during the war who also needs operation. Above all, there are other compensations that we request that government should be taken into consideration, apart from the livestock. In terms of people who vanished were arrested and did not come back from captivity, and those who were killed by the government soldiers in Acholi Subregion. The list is long, we shall provide that. Your Excellency, the next issue is about NOSAP 4. We thank you, Your Excellency, that it has progressed very well, but the process has stalled. NOSAP 4 was supposed to start on 1st of July, but to date it has not started because Cabinet have to approve and then come to Parliament for approval of the law. This process has taken long. The 90 days mandatory period by World Bank has expired. We request you to come in and intervene so that it starts immediately. Your Excellency, the issue about the roads. Most of the roads in the Acholi Subregion are affected by the weather and has become impassable during rainy seasons. A case in point, I've been interacting with people from Agago. They had to suffer ways of coming to Gulu. They have to divert the direction because the roads are impassable. Your Excellency, as part of the socio-economic transformation of Acholi Subregion, We think that key roads have been earmarked and planned by government for upgrades and tarmacking in Acholi. However, the process has taken long. Therefore, we request, Your Excellency, the key roads are Gulu Moroto Road, Kitgum Matiak Road, Lera Acholibu Road, Kitgum Kidepo Road. We have others like Awe Rhino Camp. We have Gulu Palar Road, Kitgum Matidi Kalon Road, and all roads leading to district local government administrative units headquarters be upgraded, earmarked for tarmac. Your Excellency, we also want to remind you about your pledges in Acholi Subregion. The list here is not comprehensive, but we have the CT scan of Lacho Hospital that you pledge to help the people in Northern Uganda, especially Acholi Subregion, but to date it has not been implemented. We also have the issue of Pofonya Girl Secondary School in Atiak, where you started your struggle for peace in Uganda. Also, the issue of the buses for Pabo Secondary School and Atiak Technical School. These buses were taken in 1986 by the NRA. To date, after you instructed that the ministry should buy, nothing was done up to now. We also request that all these pledges, we are going to compile them and submit to your offices, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, there is issue of Operation Harmony that started in March. We were supposed to meet in May, then was extended to June. Today it have not met. We know that the issues in Operation Harmony, when handled and presented well in implementation, will go a long way to sort many issues in Acholi Subregion. Your Excellency, as stated by my colleague Okin Pipi Ujara, it is not easy to use this limited time to present all the issues of Acholi. These are the key that we have gathered to present to you. However, we request that you allot time for key elders and selected youth from Acholi Subregion to come on a specific date so that these issues are discussed exhaustively. I thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Yeah, Your Excellency, before we get the status report on the compensation from the Honorable Kafuzi, I want the Minister for Northern Uganda to, I'm giving them 3 minutes each with the Honorable Betty Ochan to also greet you and say one or two things before we move on to the status report. Betty, come and
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, all the leaders in your various capacity and various sectors, protocol observed. I am an old Betty Ochan, a mother in this city, and a grandmother. Afoyo Bino, welcome. I want to welcome everybody. As a mother, I want to agree with all what have been highlighted here, but I also would like to say education is a very key issue in Acholi Subregion. A lot of our young people drop out. Yet if we want quality population, nobody should be left behind. All our children must access education, but because of poverty, our children cannot access education. I know that even our business communities are struggling. I want to thank you and everybody for right now. I've been appealing very much for microfinance support center to come back to have an office in Gulu. Now we have it in Gulu. It has opened just about 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks ago. However, our business communities are struggling. I want to even say there is an association called Tampi One Northern Uganda Association, who lost a lot of their property, their money in a kind of fraudulent organization called, the organization is called, is Countryside Harvesters. And the money lost is over $1 billion. Some of them have started losing their property to banks because they got loans to supply. And they are up to 7 companies who have lost their things. But other than that, even our business communities are not doing well. This issue was brought to you in State House by Honorable Santa Okot. I am still adding and leaving a paper, the same paper, for your attention, to know that these people are stuck and they need your help at this moment in time. I have handed over the papers. Let me go back to poverty. A bit on poverty as highlighted by Honorable Akol. We had very many programs, PRDP, NAP, NUSAP, Emioga, but our people are still really in dire need. That's why they cannot support their children in schools. Marriages are breaking. Our young people cannot sustain families. So this should come to your attention that even NUSAP, we cannot say thank you very much, but we want NUSAP to focus on Northern Uganda, not to spread up to western part of Uganda. I want to end here by saying we are in the city. Yes, PDM has been highlighted on. Our wards may not be too big, but our wards are densely populated. You go to Kasubi, you go to Vanguard, you find that the population is over 20,000. So when do we have PDM serving all these families? So we have to think about it. Maybe we need to treat our city differently. Otherwise, PDM is a welcome program. Thank you very much. I am formerly leader of opposition. And as a former leader of opposition, I still highlight that opposition is a public office. And for us, opposition, we are not enemies. We are together in governing the country. And we are the break. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Because of time, my colleague Honorable Omona has said, well, he has other forums, so if you give me about 2 minutes, and then thereafter Honorable Kafuzi will just step in. Thank you.
Your Excellency President, I want to welcome you to Northern Uganda and particularly in Acholi. Lutua, Lutela Mukene, Mapatwa Wego Binukan, Lutela Dini, Lutela Moon, Lutela Kaha, Kiun Lutela Pagi, Weng Bubiontin Kan, Aligu Kong. Odong Chigumatek, Opola Dilogo. Kijira Tikwere, Kijira Padilo Tikwere. Afoy Mater, Afoy Gamla Dilogo. Your Excellency, many people in this region are surprised that I speak the language very well. Your Excellency, I want to welcome you to Acholi. You have been, this is your second day in Northern Uganda. We were in Lira yesterday for the Lango region, and today you have come to Acholi Subregion. Your Excellency, first of all, I want to thank you very much for getting back here time and again. Your Excellency, I do not want to go into many of the issues that have already been raised there, but I want to acknowledge one thing, Your Excellency, that in this region of Northern Uganda, we have started now working together. Opposition, people in the party of NRM, the cultural leaders, the religious leaders, the opinion leaders. In fact, we are now working together on the issues of this region, Your Excellency. And Your Excellency, in a one you are the master of the job. You have not come to check it. You have come to check yourself. Your Excellency, in this region, I can assure you that despite those challenges we are talking about, but there are two things that will never wait for any of those challenges to be addressed. And these are wealth creation and transformation of the people in Northern Uganda. And Your Excellency, if you listen to the debates in this region, the debates in the churches, in the synagogues, in the council halls, in the halls of debate in the cultural institutions, even in drinking places, 70 or more % are actually your words, your action, and your plans for this region. I want to thank you very, very much, Your Excellency. And this is what we are doing now, Your Excellency. Me, as we Nyampara, Your Excellency, and La Rotichi, Komama Uganda Kany, is that I'm rallying, we are trying, and I want to thank you very much for your support. And I want to ask you, Your Excellency, on these two matters, wealth creation and transformation. I can assure you, we are ready to work with all these categories of leaders in this region. The leaders in West Nile called me today and said, but Mona, the president of Northern Uganda, he has come all the way from Lira, he has reached Acholi. Please tell him that the Nile is crossable. But I want to thank you very much, Your Excellency, and to show you, Excellency, that the matters of transformation and wealth creation is now key in our communities here. Last week, about a week ago, Your Excellency, I informed you that I was invited by the fellowship and a retreat of bishops of 6 dioceses in Northern Uganda here, both the active and the serving bishops. They had a retreat for 3 days, and they devoted 1 day to understand the programs of government in Northern Uganda, and also to understand your message and your action, particularly on the matter of wealth and job creation. The entire 1 day was devoted by the bishops to study how they can work with you and government in mobilizing the Christians, not only Christians, the Christians, Muslims, and others on wealth and job creation. And Your Excellency, I'm very happy to share with you now that the church, the cultural institutions are now taking up roles to play in these two activities. In the Church of Uganda, in the province of Northern Region here, where there are 6 dioceses, Bishop Loum, who is seated here, is now the head of promotion of coffee growing in Northern Uganda, and he started it, and they're already doing it. Every day is still demanding for the seeds and seedlings of coffee. And in all these areas, Your Excellency, we have had discussions with the cultural institutions and leaders in all sections. Your Excellency, I want to thank you very, very much. There's something in this region which they say, door titi tebul. Diri titi tebul. Mean bull. The continuous beating of the skin of the drum. However hard it is, but one day it evaporates it. At least your word now, your message on wealth and job creation in this region, Your Excellency, has reached every household in this region. If there's anybody who has never heard your message, then he's underage, or he's either in prison, but I'm sure even those in prison have heard your message about wealth creation. What we have now to do, Your Excellency, is continue working together to ensure that there's peace and stability in this region and mobilizing and including everybody in this effort. Lutwa, Amiro for la dilo ba terabeda. Donc, tu m'attaques la dilo. And finally, Your Excellency, the religious leaders here in their conference. I attended the conference the whole day, Your Excellency, and they have got very interesting ideas. And they requested that they want to meet with you and share this with you so that they can translate this to their followers, Christians, the Muslims, and other forms of faith. Finally, Your Excellency, there is a group of your followers who used to support you, come from Yoweri. They have been calling, but today, this morning, they came to me and they said that you have ever asked, and they have come to give you a document that gives you land in Yoweri, that they need you to put their demonstration farm in Yoweri, where you go to hide and do those, whether you call it liberation activities or rebel activities in Yoweri. And those for NASA families, yes, they are here, and they carry the document that they want to hand over to you and invite you to go to Yoweri and establish for them a demonstration farm there. Oh, I'm told the document is already submitted to the future. I want to request them just to say their names, Your Excellency. The rest will follow up with them.
Your Excellency, sir, I come from Yoweri, the very place where you started the liberation movement with my father. My name is Engineer Terence Odonga. I lived at your banner very high in Gulu City. I was the minister engineer until it became Gulu City. I think I worked for you. I came with my brother, Olanya Billy Graham, the head of Pronasa in Yoweri. The people of Yoweri say they request that they have even just 1 hour with you at your appointed time as one family, because they have lost connection a lot with you. Today,
Your children of hello. Your children of Okuya,
I'm a cousin
of Okuya.
of Lino Koya.
Okay.
Lino Koya, Labeja, John, and Ukelo Agua. These are brothers, and I am their cousins.
Okay. Where are the children of Okuya?
They are here. Now,
Tie kwene lutino.
Mr. President, I want to be short. When they requested you that you should have a place where a base where you can touch the life of the Acholi people, these people came back to our place and we accepted to give you 100 acres of land.
Apoyo Mate, come. Let's have a group photograph.
Okay.
Apoyo la dilo, apoyo wara, apoyo biro kaya jol mateharada, obati vo gam la dilo, apoyo mateharada, la chuet kumiyogom.
Okay. Very nice. John. Okay. Where's John and Tom? We can move further. Higher. Stop.
Hello, hello. Yes, Your Excellency. We also have the Fronasa family from Atiak, the family of Obona Amos, the family of Luwa, the family of Gipir, and the family of Akulu Emilia.
Where they let them come here.
Can you stand up and come here? I think accompanying them may be from Pabo, we have the wife of the late Mohamed Alipeo. You also accompany the Fronasa family. The Fronasa family, are they here yet? Yeah, the family, the widow of Alipeo, Bomin, together with the family of the Fronasa family from Matiak. Please, you hurry up, time is running out. Yeah, I think. One of the family members is RDC, RDC for Amoro, Mr. Osborne Ocheng. Family of Renayo Riema, Justice Galdino, I think your elders who should also stand there, and His Excellency would like to recognize you. We have also with us Professor Ogenala Tigo, Professor Openjuru, Muse Peter Okwera, among the elders of Acholi who are here to attend to this occasion, Your Excellency. Can you stand up? Those are mentioned their name just for recognition. Can you stand up? Stand up. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me invite now the Minister of State for Justice, Honorable Kafuzi. You give us a status report of the compensation in Acholi Subregion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Engineer Olaronek. Your Excellency, Sir, President of the Republic of Uganda, the cabinet ministers present, religious leaders, members of parliament.
This side, please.
You will pardon me for mixing up the protocol. Protocol observed. Good afternoon.
Excuse me.
I'm called Kafuzi Jackson Kargaba. I'm a member of parliament for Chaka South, Chegegwa district, and the Deputy Attorney General. I'm here to present a status report on cattle compensation. Your Excellency, I'm here with the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Robert Kasande, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, with two senior state attorneys. In the year 2003, livestock claimants from Acholi, Lango, and Teso subregions filed lawsuits for compensation for livestock lost during the LRA insurgency. Cases were filed in high courts of Gulu, Lira, Soroti, and Arua. Between the year 2009 and 2014, His Excellency the President gave a directive that these cases should be settled, and a verification team, an interministerial verification team, was established to verify the actual claimants. This created a shift from the lists made or the claims or claimants represented by lawyers and into the responsibility went to the interministerial verification team. We are projecting this information on the screens as I read it. In the year 2016, the Interministerial Committee verified claimants. In Acholi Subregion, the verified claimants were 16,946. In Lango Subregion, there were 42,024. And in Teso Subregion, there were 33,664. Your Excellency, those voices tell you something I've always been told. The complaint in Acholi has always been, why are their numbers less than the others? Your Excellency, when I started this, I inherited the verified lists which were made in 2016 by the Interministerial Verification Committee. Neither myself nor the PS or any other person in the ministry was there then at the time. We inherited the lists and we acted upon that. So, in the year 2021, the verification devolved down to district structures involving the chief administrative officers, the DSOs, the DVOs, LCs, and community elders. Your Excellency, in Acholi, there was a committee led by Justice Galdino Kello. That committee is known as Acholi Warded Claimant. Acholi, I think, the War Debt Compensation Committee. The Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs prints and provides data cards for claimants to chief administrative officers at the respective district. It is the office of the chief administrative officer. I'm adjusting now. I need to be a little clear because I've been in Teso, I've been in Lango, and I've been hearing complaints. It is not the office of the Ministry of Justice that gives out data cards. We print data cards and give them to chief administrative officers in their respective districts. They work with the DSO, DVO, and LOC and produce lists which they send to the ministry for payment. So the verification and the lists are done from the district and sent to the ministry. All we do is we present data cards to every district, and they fill in their biodata, information about the particular individuals in every village or sub-county as they claim.
In March 2022,
Your Excellency, our President, you launched the cattle compensation payment exercise at Soroti University. A budget of 200 billion was made, and since then, we have received 159.5 billion shillings towards compensation. And out of the 159.5 billion shillings,
the Minister of
and
Justice
Constitutional Affairs has paid out 108.31 billion, while 280.28 million has, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, I beg your pardon, has paid out 158.31 billion to 28,281 individual claimants. A few payments have bounced
due to
invalid account details, dormant accounts, accounts closed, and other reasons. Sometimes you find when we look at the biodata given to us in the data cards, you find that the claimants are minors, or they do not attach letters of administration to indicate that they were claiming on behalf or in the name of their deceased parents. Now, that creates an audit query if money is paid. We send them back to the district for corrective measures be taken. In the financial year 2021-2022, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs had a budget of 50 billion for cattle compensation, and the 50 billion was released to us, out of which 49.3 billion was paid out, while 676 million bounced and was swept back to the consolidated fund. This money bounced because of invalid accounts or closed accounts or mistakes in the system to do with the individual claimants. In the year 2022-2023, the ministry had a budget of 30 billion. That financial year, no money was released for cattle compensation. Actually, Your Excellency, I must tell you, in Lango, they had named me Okelo to mean he has brought. But that financial year, when the money did not come, they took back the name. I went back to my original Kafuzi Jackson. Your Excellency, in 2023-2024, we had a budget of 80 billion. We received 71.28 billion from the Ministry of Finance. We paid out 70.7 billion, while 509 million bounced back, still due to either incorrect accounts or mistakes in the names. In the financial year 2024-2025, we had a budget of 40 billion. The Ministry of Finance gave us 38.2 billion, 38.214 billion, and we paid out all the 38.214, and we have no bounce money yet. We can see as we go forward, people continue to correct the system so the mistakes reduce. So far, we have no money bounce. Your Excellency, in Acholi Subregion, we have paid 4,836 people. We have paid them 43,666,954,842 shillings. In Lango Subregion, we have so far paid 12,389 individual claimants. We have paid them 48,736,020,500 shillings. In Teso Subregion, we have so far paid 11,056 individual claimants. We have paid them 65,912,998,246 shillings. Your Excellency, the voices are telling me they are not comfortable because we appear to have paid fewer people in the region. But the system we use is the same. And the lists, like I said at the beginning, we inherited the lists which we are using to pay. So far, Your Excellency, the grand total is that we have paid 28,281 individual claimants who have received 158,315,873,588 shillings. Your Excellency, considering the people who have not yet been paid throughout the 3 sub-regions, we have an approved or verified claim of 506.7 billion shillings, while 252.22 billion is queried because some of the claimants are either minors or they are sharing NIN numbers or their data cards numbers look similar or they are missing NIN numbers or we have double claims or the cards they have sent to us have appear to be unsigned by district officials. So far, the people we have not yet paid or the outstanding claimants in Acholi Subregion, there are 5,517 with a balance of 191 billion 535,883,665 shillings. While in Lango Subregion, there are 8,284 individual claimants with 119 billion 0.258. In Teso Subregion, there are 10,708 individual claimants with 195.9 billion shillings. Your Excellency, this makes a total of 24,509 individual claimants who have not been paid, with a claim of 506.6 billion shillings. In conclusion, Your Excellency, we have made significant progress, but the number of claimants keeps increasing. We kind of opened the proverbial Pandora's box. There is a need for us to continue collaborating with the districts and all the structures so that the queried liabilities are sorted out. Your Excellency, you commented when I made mention of the website that our local people may not have access to the website. we have undertaken to print this information and supply it to all districts so that the districts can have it pinned at every sub-county level. But for those who can access the website, Your Excellency and all the visitors here, we have information on this website which is reflected up there, www.justice.go.ug/livestock compensation. Your Excellency, we have carried with us a box which contains all the lists of individuals so far paid in Acholi Subregion. The senior minister happens to be the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. For that purpose, I think he should not be the one to take the box. I need to be guided. I will hand it over to my senior, Honorable Hilary Onek, who will take responsibility to make sure that the other leaders get copies to see who has received what. But there is one problem that runs through Acholi, Lango, and Teso. The people who receive this money keep quiet. They don't talk. They don't come out to admit. In Toro and in Toro, they say when people are eating, they don't talk. I don't know if that's what they are doing around here. The truth is we have paid money, but I have not seen anyone come out to admit that I have received this much, whether little or much. All I hear is criticism. The reason that government set out to pay this money was to endeavor to restore the local economies to where they were prior to the war. His Excellency the President acknowledges that Teso, Lango, and Acholi were cattle-keeping communities, and that our people survived on cattle. He asked us to pay this money to try and restore. In law, there is a Latin word, restitutio integrum, to restore the people to their original position. You may not go to your original position, but at least there is a semblance that something has been done. There are efforts that government has made. Your Excellency, I beg to stop there. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, we are conscious of the time. However, our elders from Acholi Subregion, those include those of Professor Gangala Tibo, P.Y. Komakech, Peter Kwera, Mego, Jane Akwero Duong, Omonyo Gaba, Diego Pierino, Bishop Ochola, and others, about 20 of them. They want Your Excellency to give them a moment to listen to them also. But now we don't have the time. You will have to arrange another appropriate time, Your Excellency. I will arrange and get these elders to pay courtesy on you and then to share with them a number of issues. For now, Your Excellency, let me call the Paramount Chief to summarize his speech and then so that we move ahead and with the program, which is short now. After the Chief, Honorable Mao Nobat, I will call him to invite Your Excellency to give your speech. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, all invited guests, let me take this opportunity, Your Excellency, on behalf of my people of Acholi and the body of Acholi, to welcome you to Gulu. Your Excellency, we are aware that you have come to specifically attend to some issues like Emyoga, PDM, war debt compensation, and others. I have prepared a written presentation here that I will read so that less time is wasted. Your Excellency, from the first onset of Northern Uganda Rehabilitation Program, called NAP, MUSAP 1, 2, 3, PRDP, ALREP, BINO, NUTI, among other various donors and government intervention programs, about 3.8 trillion Uganda shillings has been pumped in the north, with very limited impact on socio-economic transformation of the post-war Northern Uganda. Reasons for its limited success is anchored on factors such as corruption by all actors in the implementation value chains, weak governance and leadership to facilitate absorption of funds in key planned sectors to trigger sustainable growth and development. Community mindset, which views development programs initiated in their localities as an NGO thing, and this affected the sustainability plan. KEQUAR actually has been conducting community mobilization for production in all the chiefdoms in Acholi during the last 3 months. The objectives for the mobilization is to increase economic production to avert poverty, to create public awareness on bad cultural practices that affect women and girls, and to foster development of Acholi language, both spoken and written. The institution appreciates all government intervention programs in poverty alleviation, SMEOGA, Operation Wealth Creation, PDM, and many others. We shall support these efforts by mobilizing our people to access these funds and to use it well to transform their livelihood. However, allow me to make some few observations. For PDM, this is a very good strategy for service delivery by the government of Uganda to improve the incomes and welfare of all Ugandans at the household level by transforming those still trapped in poverty brackets, by transforming them from the subsistence economy to money economy. As KEQUAR actually, our current activities are realigned to the 7 pillars of PDM, like agriculture and value chain development, that is production, storage, processing, and marketing. We have also undertaken various agricultural development programs under all chiefdoms with support from Operation Wealth Creation and Uganda Prison Service through seeds and other farm inputs distribution to enhance production. However, during our oil production tour, we have realized that PDM program is not linked to agro-processing facilities built by the government and the government partners locally. Therefore, there is need to link PDM program and cooperative societies to these facilities if meaningful growth is to be realized. Another strong pillar of PDM, which KEQUAR actually is busy implementing, is community mobilization and mindset change. We are visiting all chiefdoms under our program for Royal Tour 2025, and we have so far visited 44 chiefdoms out of the 57. Our message is clear and centered on coordinated market production. However, Your Excellency, I want to bring it to your attention that KEQUAR actually has got a very strong surplus for the chiefs, and if possible, the government should consider them to benefit from PDM program as a unit. May I also remind you that on the 27th of January 2020, I made a request to you to contribute 1 billion shillings to our circle, which you agreed to, but no action was taken from your side, despite several reminders by letters and when I met you together with the people from APAC. This circle is to benefit all chiefs from all chiefdoms to reduce poverty. That was about 4 years ago, Your Excellency. Today, I'm making a fresh request of 2 billion shillings for our circle. We also want you to support the Queens, order care, women and youth from the chiefdoms under their groups in the various chiefdoms with 2 billion shillings to help in the poverty alleviation and strengthen the family units. Government should fast-track the establishment of regional industrial park for Acholi in consistency with the PDM pillars of infrastructure development to answer questions of market uncertainty in Acholi. On cattle compensation, we commend you for settling the matter out of court in 2006, but the compensation process has been slow due to factors like corruption, both at local and national government level, and those people and other people and agencies responsible, which has kept genuine claimants waiting for too long, and also it involved ghost claimants. It is important to note that some claimants in Acholi have been paid more than 50% of their claims since 1994 through the Military Compensation Committee based in Bombo by them. Other claimants have received not more than 2,000 shillings since the process began. There seems to be some discrepancy in the list held by the government and that held by the wounded claimants. This needs to be harmonized and made known to all stakeholders. We therefore suggest that the government should expedite the process sequentially by, for example, first clearing the aged claimants of 65 years and above, and those with claims of 20 cattle and below, and then probably consider those with 50 animals, so that every financial year a certain category is compensated. It is my belief that in the next 4 financial years, the process would have been completed. As the warded claimants are being compensated, the government should also launch a comprehensive restocking program to cover all households affected by the war. At least a bare minimum of, for example, 2 cows, a bull, 5 goats to restart the livestock husbandry in Acholi to avert extreme poverty and restore a cattle economy. On Emyoga, like PDM, people are accessing it and investing in it well. However, Emyoga should be linked to the youth skilling programs to drive and enhance productivity through job creations. Other issues of importance. The following were issues gathered from all chiefdoms and actually during the community engagement and mobilization from March to July 2025 that we would like Your Excellency, the President, to know, address, and solve together with us. Stopping livestock rustling and insecurity along the frontier districts bordering Kotido, Abim, and South Sudan districts that are persisting. Livestock continue to be rationed and people often killed by marauding warriors. There is emergence of internally displaced cattle camps in those frontiers now that are being secured by the UPDF. However, there is high concentration of cattle that has resulted in the spread of diseases. We therefore recommend that all efforts should be made so that cattle are kept at home with their owners in individual clubs for better management. We are also requesting that there should be a move to permanently resolve the power conflict and violence. We, the people of Acholi, appreciate the efforts of all actors involved, especially that of UPDF in reducing the power conflict between the local communities of Madi and Acholi. However, government should permanently resolve the conflict so that the two communities will live together peacefully. Reintegration of war-affected people. We also wish to implore the President to support the cultural institution to reintegrate and assist over 6,000 child mothers and children born in captivity, among other victims of the war, some still with fragments and bullets in their bodies, and others that need artificial limbs to function and constant medical attention. There is also a group of over 40 men, which has reduced from a total of 80, because some of them passed away, who were sodomized by the army in the late 80s, who need help. And Your Excellency, I did write a letter to you about that about a year or so ago. We also have community requests during the production tour. During our tour and mobilization, I received many requests, of which I have met some, like providing iron sheet schools, supporting football teams, supporting border groups, churches, and others. But there are others that I need your help on, like construction of girls' changing rooms and dormitories. So please kindly support us with 500 million shillings so that we can meet some of these requests, because they are important for the girls' education. Dealing with the nodding syndrome. I truly wish to inform you that there are young people in Acholi still suffering from the queer nodding disease, yet there is no comprehensive response from the government. The future of the patients of nodding disease and their parents who are caregivers are in jeopardy. We are also requesting for the rehabilitation of the palaces for the Rudi. We do appreciate the government for returning and resettling Rudi in their respective chiefdoms in 2009, but request that the houses that were built by the government through the office of the Prime Minister using unburnt bricks made by hydrocom machines be repaired, as they are dilapidated and dangerous for habitation of the chiefs. In addition, for chiefs to mobilize people on government economic mobilization program, motorcycles should be provided for quick movement to remote places. We are also requesting that you consider building Acholi pathways like you are doing for other cultural institutions of Uganda. Your Excellency, in 2012, you promised to provide the Acholi Kadi with a vehicle, and today the vehicle has not been given to Sheikh Musa Khalil, and we are also requesting that, if possible, this vehicle should be given by the end of this month. Your Excellency, you know that you also had promised, among others, and you still owe me a vehicle, which we had requested about 5 or so years ago, and today it was not delivered. On promotion of commercial and agriculture and value addition, we also believe that the 16% of land area of Uganda that belongs to Acholi can be used for commercial agriculture that can promote industrialization to create wealth and employment. The model being practiced in Moya, where those with large land leased to genuine investors could be emulated to ensure a win-win relation throughout Acholi. The customary land tenure system should be positively appreciated and used for socioeconomic transformation of the community instead of viewing it as an obstacle or hindrance to productive use of land. Benefits from oil and gas. Over 60% of oil and gas deposit is being developed in Acholi, according to UNOC. However, the region is not receiving tangible benefits like renewal in terms of infrastructures such as roads, education, health, and other services. It is therefore our prayers that the development of oil and gas sector should impact positively on the life of our people as well, both in the immediate and long term. The Balalo eviction, we want to thank you, Your Excellency, for the Executive Order number 2, because it will protect our culture, identity, the way of life, wealth, and also provide security. Land is one of the most important factors for production. So if we are telling our people to increase their production and productivity for socioeconomic transformation, it means using land. We want the presidential executive order to be implemented the way you crafted it. Other issues pertaining the eviction of the Balalo will be discussed after their exit. Your Excellency, we also want the historical injustices to be addressed. We are all aware that Acholi had a long history of war, long war, targeted persecution, conflicts, more than any other nationalities in Uganda, such as the Arab slavery, Lamogi rebellion, forceful eviction from ancestral land by the British colonial government, the 1966 crisis, the 1971 coup, the atrocious government up to 1979, the Luero War, the 1986 to 2006 insurgency throughout Acholi made the people bow the ground of suffering. This calls for targeted affirmative actions to address the unfortunate injustices that is affecting reconciliation, peace, and development in the region. Finally, Your Excellency, I believe that actually people are willing to work with the NRL government to address the teething problems. KFR actually will ensure all chieftains, chiefs, and queens continue to mobilize people so that we contribute meaningfully to socio-economic and political development of Uganda by supporting government initiatives. We are ready to support the development initiatives and genuine investors so that together we contribute to the economy of Uganda. I wish to thank you for your attention and submit to Your Excellency the above issues for consideration and actions. And Your Excellency, a copy of this has been sent to the security, and together with it, there is also a letter that is time-bound that I want you to look at it. I thank you for listening.
Honorable Norbert Mao, can you kindly invite Excellency the President? Thank you.
Mega ni mier bet chiek chalo tuono pacho. Wan oribo gen weng kachiel kuman.
Excuse me, if Professor Openjuru is here, can you deliver your message to Mao so that he can articulate it in his brief speech? Professor Openjuru, kindly interface with Mao to deliver that small. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, our traditional leader, the Lawirwodi of Acholi, and your fellow traditional leaders, honorable ministers, members of parliament, all our leaders at the local government level, our traditional leaders who I may not have seen, religious leaders, including our bishops and the clergy, leaders of political parties. I see many of the national resistance movement. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, in preparation for this meeting, the Honorable Hilary Onek convened some small consultations so that this meeting is focused. Nevertheless, even though the agenda may have been distorted a bit with other issues, but they are still important issues, Your Excellency. So we ask for your indulgence that you also consider those other issues which were not on the agenda. Mr. President, this is your meeting. You convened it in your capacity as the head of the homestead we call Uganda. This homestead has many households. You listened to complaints. There has been grumbling in the compound concerning this sticking issue of cattle compensation, and you directed that those who are concerned should meet you directly so that this matter is settled once and for all. It's not our intention to distort the main purpose of this meeting. This should be first things first. Your Excellency, Acholi land was known for agro-pastoralism. We are cultivators, we are also cattle keepers. Because of insecurity resulting from our kind of messy politics, a subject that you will elaborate on in detail when you address us, we lost our livestock. So now, instead of selling cows to solve our problems,
We started selling the food which we should be eating. Then we faced food insecurity because of that. That is how we ended up having World Food Program coming to distribute food in the most fertile part of Uganda, which was indeed a scandal. Your Excellency, the report has been delivered. We know for sure that when later you open the microphone for people to speak, they'll give you the feedback you want to know. Some of us, we sit with you in cabinet every week. The cows are the people who are being talked about here. My ministry is the one who is being talked about here. Therefore, it would be out of order for any of us to insulate you from the real issues that those who are affected. I don't intend to be an insulator. I'd rather be a live wire so that you receive directly what the true concerns of the people are. In our culture, sometimes those who have eaten the baby's milk, of the baby's food and drank the baby's milk, when the mother asks, why is the baby crying? Say, the baby is just stubborn. So now, if you ask Mao and you ask the cow, you ask Attorney General, you ask all these other people concerned, the Tesos, why are my people complaining about cattle compensation? They are just ungrateful. That is not our job. Today, we have to tell you that there are problems with the manner in which your policy is being implemented. You are the one who told the complainants that get out of court. I'm the head of this household. You are my people. Let's find a way of paying you. Then the lawyers came in, causing more confusion. Then the thieves also came in, causing more confusion. Then there are those who are now trading the whole policy. Your Excellency, I was also once approached whether I wanted my name to be added. I never had a single cow, but my name was going to appear. These are the problems we want to solve, and we want to solve it together. The purpose of this meeting is not to accuse anybody, but if anybody is found who has interfered with your promise, they should face the full force of the law. I believe that that is the main purpose of this meeting, because you demanded that you want to be face to face with the real concerned people. This meeting is not for the Minister of Justice. It is not for the Attorney General. It is not for any of the cows and others. This is a meeting of those who will come and stand and say, Mr. President, I have my data card here. I was expecting money. Why is my money not coming? Then you can say, Mr. Mao, explain why the money is not coming. I believe that's the only reason why I'm here, but also to explain to you the problem we are facing, which is mainly a problem of resources. As you have been told by the Deputy Attorney General, some of the financial years, no money has been released. The parties who have been in court have also not agreed. Up to now, the court has no record of what they have agreed to implement, because the court said, go and agree how you will settle this matter. There is nothing in court even to say that this is what they have agreed on how to do it. We don't want this to be a bottomless pit. Finally, Your Excellency, there are many other issues that have been raised. We thank you for the government policy to renovate the traditional schools, like Kitgum High, where the late General Ronda studied, Gulu High School, Sacred Heart, where people like the late Cecilia Ogwal and Amelia Chamba, they studied, St. Joseph's College, Nairobi, and many other traditional schools. We also thank those who have brought the idea of linking Emioga to the Presidential Skilling Center. Through the peace process, these child soldiers were disarmed. They used to hold guns. Now they need the gun to be replaced with tools so that they can become carpenters, they can become welders, they can become plumbers. Then they will be able to serve the country better instead of pursuing certificates that are useless. These are good ideas that have come up. There are also many other issues our traditional leader has talked about. Your Excellency, these are long-term issues that the Ministry of Justice is going to capture under the Transitional Justice Bill, which is ready. Unfortunately, it is with the Ministry of Internal Affairs. It is not under our ministry. But we are working to ensure that we do something which will ensure national healing so that this homestead called Uganda can stand together under your leadership. You are the only one under whose oath there is that passage to promote the welfare of the people of Uganda. There's nobody else with that in their oath, not the MPs, not the ministers, not anybody else. It is only the president and the vice president in whose oath there is that phrase to promote the welfare of the people of Uganda. So we thank you for responding to these issues. There are many. The injustices, the massacres that happened here, human rights abuses. My in-laws of Namupora just sent me a piece of paper. Gulu University, Mr. President, has a document here which we don't have the time to read in detail because it talks about the degazettement of the forest. I understand people who want land are sabotaging the university. They are insisting that unless they get a share of the land, they'll sabotage the degazetting. These are the kind of things which actually make life difficult for this promising institution. They have already agreed on other projects like the specialized hospital for Gulu University. You put a directive in writing. You even ordered the Prime Minister to follow it up. It has even been designed. Even the contractor has been identified. But the project is not moving. And this specialized hospital is supposed to be here in Gulu. And Gulu University is also affected by the so-called Balalo. Now, the so-called Balalo were defined by the president as indisciplined nomads, not a tribe. Go back to Executive Order number 3. A land which is a total of 1,552 hectares in Longolo, in Nyamokeno Parish in Noya District, has also been occupied. So Gulu University is also a victim of those indisciplined people. This is titled land, but they have not listened. These, alongside the many other issues that have been raised, are important for this engagement. We are very grateful, Your Excellency, that during this busy season, when our sister party of the National Resistance Movement is preparing for its national conference, you have taken the time to address this little issue. There are many things that we need to do as a country, hosting these football matches. We are grateful that our airport is going to be upgraded. We are grateful that the road to Kidepo is going to be tarmacked. We are grateful that the road to Lira, the shortcut via Boke, is going to be tarmacked. We are grateful that 2 stadiums for training will be built in Gulu University. and Peche Stadium. Please thank Mama for us in her capacity as the Minister of Education and Sports. We are now able to say Gulu is open for business because the foundation, that is security, is now there. All these things came from insecurity, and the insecurity came from the bad politics, which you normally talk to us about. So we must not lose sight for why we are here. We thank you again for prioritizing this issue at this time. As the Acholi Subregion, we stand united to be responsible members of the Uganda homestead under your leadership. I wish now to invite you, Your Excellency, to address us.
Sit down, please, sit down. His Highness the cultural leader, somebody translate. His Highness the cultural leader,
That is what require actually.
the honorable ministers,
Ministers Madam Matikany,
honorable members of parliament,
Utela Parliament me Uganda.
all the other leaders,
Utela Mukene Roma Papat.
including the religious leaders,
Utela Tedini.
before I speak about the cattle compensation, which is really the main issue, I want to comment on the lady I normally call Dakomabel. Dakomabel Awol, she's a Dakomabel.
Mapot pe a logo lok kom chol nyo lokale, ma okela kany, owera mi kong lok manok, madok kom dar mabe, beta chan on.
She was talking about education
Gara logo lok kom kwan,
and how many children are missing education and they are having their future ruined.
kita chalo tino mapol mam yor berigan kwan, yo me kwano loegyo, anyim giti ka lore ko wako.
This is the problem of many tongues spoiling the porridge.
Eno ni meno gin matika nywane, malupa ki le mapapat matika balo nyuga, magitika kuwane.
The NRM is always very clear and correct also.
Party me NRM, tie kineno ma tie anyim, maleng, dok pol kare jemi matime weng tie ma wolo matika maleng.
Even when our economy was still recovering, in 1996 in the manifesto, we put the issue of UPE, Universal Primary Education, and Universal Secondary Education later.
Kari i manifesto me NRM makapira pungen we abichel, lok me kwan lumugu, me primary, kila chen me secondary school, weng notiye.
And we built so many schools in the parishes, then in the city schools and so on.
Ena mi school me pol me primary tiye we parish, ki kwan me secondary school tiye we sub-counties me papat.
But when it comes to implementation, many of the people refuse to implement free education.
Ento ka o kerne teach, joma pol pe kere loki ene weng I teach, ene peko madong tiye.
In the government schools,
I school pagamente petika time.
they refuse.
Go kwer kerne teach oko.
So we have to, when it is very extreme, we use force, as you know, you can use force. When it is extreme, we can use force, but not all the time can you use force.
Kita do to tek twal ma jo ma miero ker tich petika kernane mero dongiti kero ket tek teach.
So in this case, I've been begging people, please implement free education.
Kol kare bere bagodoge ni otimbe oket lok me kwan me no teach.
Because other things can wait, but children don't wait. If they don't go to school, they grow, they get out of time for education.
Jemi ukwena tewer korne ento ka kwan palotino peramo korne pien ka go dongo anyim gi palle go ka go donga mo kwan.
The Banyankole say you bend a tree when it is still not dry. If it is dry, you can't bend it. If you try to bend it when it is dry, it breaks.
Ile ma mek gi bod nyankole gi wajane yat ka podiak gomba na yot endo ka do tuo ke we gom nom tora.
So here the issues are two. Number one, why have people refused to implement free education in government schools?
Me achel pingo jo ma mi roket lok me kwan lu mugo me nono pegetika kerne teach pingo pegetika kerne teach.
And whom are they keeping out of school? It's the children of the poor.
Jo maginti awa kwan ge balane tie lutino palochan ene kwan ge tika balle.
But the next point involved is the budgeting.
Me ario lok ma pere tek ene kero chilling me kero Gemini egune e teach.
The big mistake are people who put pressure on us to touch too many things. Do this one, do this one, do this one.
Pero matong tia kela yela cha my budget ene ni Jimmy manwak merne ge ker teach do dwong o ritual o mi obalo budget me kwan nako.
And yet we have been advising you that we, in our heritage of resistance, we always do one thing at a time.
Oberka mini utam ni maluba kete kwar wakiro wachako ke lok me resistant Jimmy gitimo kwar ge kore gitima chiel kata ke kupe mukena endo pe chako lumugu.
That's how we succeeded.
Eno mio lwen mamego tum mabe yen gibera temne kore.
Touch this one, touch this one, touch this one. How will you manage?
Endo kata mere good go Jimmy weng la wa chiel temren lo yo pien no do dwong ma okaro.
Our war is in parliament. She knows the budgeting.
Ona bo beta wolti parliament ngeo kidmete mo budget mabe mada.
Yeah, this is the indiscipline, lack of focus. This one.
Eno ni pero badonga ge parliament pien war pe good kind balo budget dong mi otia bale.
So she actually reminded me. I said, "Oh, okay, thank you very much for reminding me." The people blocking the future of our children are the ones who refuse to implement UPE in the schools, but also the ones who misbudget. Do this. Please, those can wait.
Jo matiga balo kwan lumugu ene ma chiel jo madege kerol kwan lumugu teach ki mario jo matiga balo kite budget ki mergi tim je mapol la wa chiel gine tiga balo lok me kwan lumugu mano romo kwanyel wak.
Now we are now talking of peace. There is peace in the country.
Watia wayendo kujong tie lobo kujong tie Uganda.
But this peace came from focusing.
Kuchubino piano ke timo jeme kuno inana nyim da ke timo jeme kore ke kore.
You remember 1990, we had to reduce the army in size. The army had grown to 100,000. All of them eating, sleeping, salaries, what? Getting sick. So we said we are going to destroy Uganda if we go like this. We reduced the army from 100,000 to 40,000. And we were able to save money to buy equipment now. Buy tanks, buy aircrafts, buy other equipment.
Eno mi ge welo jim muken jalo tang dege melwen ki jim muken weng ulupa ke plan eno ni medwa welo mon pin.
That's how we were able to deal with all these security threats in the whole region, in chaos, Sudan, Congo, all these areas, Somalia.
Eno mi olwenyo doko yot pe Uganda ke ken ento lobu muken Congo, South Sudan, Somalia kaber muken weng o aki komtichi eno.
Up to now, if you go to the barracks, you'll find our soldiers still staying in grass-thatched houses.
Wacha waneke chere barracks palomon. Iben no kin pot per mange ki pole pole. En ori mogo mage yuba ki lumi for ki beri.
It is not that we don't want to build permanent buildings for them.
Petien loken wadage wilo ori yuba ori mabe pegin ento menene ke gwa budget wa konji mukenda.
But we had to choose to have teeth to bite, or to have big flats to stay in and cars and so on.
Yero gina per tek loyo doke wilo mutoka ki mukenda ni ento jima pigi tego ene chako timne guyati.
That's how we have been able to defend you with a very small budget.
Ena mi gwa nwele me Uganda doko yot kuno budget matitiri ki tia tikwere me gwa kuchi Uganda kolo.
By doing a few things at a time, not everything. This one is my bear, this is my bear, everything is my bear. Do you my bear.
Tij man me kero jimi nuju matiteo ne pe konyo. Ibero mage neno jima pigi tego ichako timne guyati kai dire meda nyim.
So please get the culture of budgeting by privatization.
Kwan diro ni kenyo unen riako menane ichako ki timu jima pira tek ke doka jimu kereni. Ene weko timu jimi doka yot.
Even when you are walking, one foot on the ground, one foot up.
Karibe tiga wot kani tiena chelo bero chinga chel malo ene yomar yot me wot me chera nyim ber kidman.
When the other one comes down, the other one goes up.
Achel ma male dugu piny me ngome da kupe chera nyim ene mi wot ben ber yot.
You don't put both your legs up that you want to move fast.
Pero mo yiro tielo wa chela rio weng iporo ke ngom pelare me wora nyim.
If you do that, you will end up very badly.
Kaya temo kidmano iporo maraj mada wot pelare wot loyi ko be chera nyim.
So please, let's now in the coming coming term, with a war and everybody, let's concentrate on providing free education in government schools for the children.
Lega gamenda manyen machaka ne wa neno ni koro tema pera tek mo mere ker teach budget ene lok me kwan lo mugo me konyele tin wa nyim go ben malay.
So we prioritize our budgeting. Security first, let's maintain peace, number one.
Waneno kid me chako kije mapira tek ye lok me kuch.
Number two, this infrastructure you're talking about, the roads, the what, they need budgeting.
Mario lok me guri kije muken mutia legonen weng mero chete.
Because if you say you're my bear, Mishara, my bear, everything is my bear. You know what?
Kaya merne yo ben maber. Salary also should be good. It is not possible to do at the same time.
Yes. So please, this is where the problem is.
Alega kama pero aye lok me emni.
Many times I don't agree, but I keep quiet because me, I'm a man of peace. Unless you go too far, then I have to sort you out.
Juye linga wija enta lingo ento kada chero made guru kamaraj chao kenda kele wiyago.
So now coming to the capital compensation.
Wadugure lok me cholo le marwen.
This compensation was not a correct idea.
Lok me cholo je me marwen mediane tamiene pobero tamabe.
Because this distraction we are talking about, we know how it came about.
Wanongeo kita le rwen kere wangeo mabe.
As the traditional, His Royal Highness was saying, there were these old problems of the colonialists, the slave trade and all that. Those were there.
Uchaka we karpa muni, chaka kikuno.
But we cannot be Those were there, and we know also why they were there.
Eno time kare eno chare kar machon.
Because all those people, the British, the Arabs who were disturbing us, were using our weaknesses.
Jo machala British, jo machala Arabo mago berate muje merune. Go berate ke gor ma megwa.
The tribal chiefs were busy here fighting among themselves.
Lutera te kwar no gitia lwenye kin gige ken.
Bunyoro against Buganda, Uganda against Bunyoro, and all that.
Jo gweri ma Bunyoro lwenye ke Buganda, lwenye ma Buganda nywer ke Bunyoro, lwenye no dua ta ikindo tela te kwar.
Now, because of that, we could not unite to face the British or face the Arabs.
Pilo kumeno miyo ripe kinwano pe, o miyo lwenye ke Arabo ke lwenye ke British doko tek. Wadoko goro.
So you would have isolated efforts like Kabarega and Mwanga trying to fight the British, but others are not involved.
Enone ruot Mwanga tika yele ka lwenye, Kabalega tia lwenye me ke kene, ripe no pe, miyo lwenye ke jono doko tek.
And they were defeated.
Umiyo ki loye ki wako.
Here you had the Lamogi people here trying to fight, isolated in the hills there.
Ke bodwa kanyo la mogi notia yele ka lwenye ke ken ge guru chok kanyo.
And then they were defeated. They killed 2 white men or 3 white men.
Kilo ki oku ne mona chiel monya ario adek mwana ke ken.
After now they are singing about it, that they killed the white men.
Watin forgetika bora ye ke werwe me wakke ne gene mono kolo. Your Excellency, Lord of Lamogi is here. What uteatuka?
So the question is, if you kill the white man, what happened in the end? Okay, we were defeated, but at least we killed you.
Ni ne mara mona chiel chi agige ne ngote me. Une mara chiel enda gine wo.
So the divisions among our tribes were part of the problem.
Ena paga me kinwa kin kaka papat ena we go beru gor kare ene.
That's how we were colonized.
Ena mi munu loya wa kerwa dope.
The Ethiopians, when they united, they defeated the Italians in Ethiopia.
Jomelo Ethiopia kul wenye kitaki wen pien no gin ripe kingi go loyo jomano binu ka loja chonya bodgi gin pe meringo imerge loya gi.
And even the guns of that time were not that efficient with the organization, even with spears. And we had also guns. We were beginning to get guns. We could have defended ourselves if we were united.
Mudugu makar char meno mudugu da peti mabe char mekami. Kau no wano ripe kinwa kia tayaro ki tong mukerne no bene muni peramuloya wa ento ripe berupe.
But when the independence was coming, more divisions continued.
Madong raj lo wen kar madong lodge ken ge mi obotwa apok me kinwa dok futika meda nyim.
In addition to the old divisions of tribes, you now added new divisions of religion now.
Mapart ga apok me kara makara chone mando okelo apok me dini odonye kinwa dong tika bala.
The Ugandans had formed a political party called Uganda National Congress, which was like uniting all Ugandans.
In Uganda kind of a political party, Magilone Uganda National Congress. Mano Congribo Kindana Weng.
Led by Ikem Musazi.
Narno lawyer we go Ikem Musazi.
It was farmers and so on.
No Kelly Luku, Kijomokene Weng.
And some of the people in the north here were very much involved with Musazi.
Kariwa Jomokene Mage Komano kan me Uganda, no go bari buchingi kwedi kachien.
Yokosofati Engul.
Ngarachel yulwane
Yokosofati Engul.
Yokosofati Engul.
From Lango.
Ingul.
Then you had
Akilao.
You had people like Abdallah Nyuru.
Abdallah Benoti, yeah.
They were members of the UNC.
Go members me UNC.
Otema Limadi.
Otema Limadi ke wemberi yeah.
People like even Owola. Owola would have been a member of
Peter Owola Benoti, yeah, not a member of parliament.
But 1954,
Emara Pierre Bichu when
the Catholic leaders formed a party based on religion.
Dini me katoli uchako kelo party manonong lupe ki dini me aki iye.
This is DP.
Ene no gilwani DP, Democratic Party.
To take the Catholics out of the UNC.
Go kwanyo Katoliko ke kompati mauno ribu dangweng.
Then 1960, the Protestants and Muslims formed UPC.
Protestant beno bino ki party me UPC.
Then the Baganda Protestants and Muslims formed Kabaka Yeka.
Joma ke Buganda bene go ribeki Muslim go bino ke kabaka yaka.
So that's how Uganda started on a wrong footing.
Ene kitu miyo foundation me Uganda nyo chakne obale kwere chaka ki Kenya.
If you are making a basket, the core of the basket, which we call it entango in Runyankore.
Kaya tiga yubadira mapera takani en me chako ki pin gen giti kiri luo kiri lepi kunu.
If you get the entangle wrong, the basket will not be proper.
Taketong chwe ta dira ki pin obale wiye me chwe nung peber mabe piano ki pin do bale.
So once you bring the politics of tribes, of religion, the first casualty is the politics now.
Ena miyo lokme loj lobo bale Uganda pien o doke lokme te party o doke lokme kara o balo lokme party Uganda.
You will not have a party which will get majority in the politics.
Ena miyo Rebecca Chel wek party mo bet kigin madung lo doko tek do.
There is no religion in Uganda which is even 40% of the population.
Petie dini ma Uganda ma anywele ma Uganda pasen piarangwen ti ye pere.
Or a tribe which is even 20% of the population.
Pepe ti mo ma pasen piarario ma Uganda ti pata chele ken benepe.
So if you bring politics of tribes and religion, that is the end of stability in the country.
Takede chako politik manen lo kum party, ikelo politik manen lo kum dini, eneda chakine me bala loj lo bukirayeno.
And that's what happened in 1962. We had elections 1962.
Eno mi yeme magapia rabichel wario obale petien lok meno.
In April,
Edwe mangwen.
Nobody could get majority.
Nadmo no twerno kwi madit maron weren beri gamento dogotek petien lok enemy.
UPC got 37 seats in parliament.
Party me UPC uno piaradek we abichel keken.
DP 24.
DP uno pieru ngwen.
Kabaka Yeka 21.
Kabaka Yeka no pieru wachele ken.
So nobody could get majority because the parliament was 82.
So no pelare pierno de parliament percent pier bor werio.
So to get 50%, you had to have 42 seats at least.
Umiro wale nong kabero piarangwen werio ka weke bedong dar maloy ka med karerne.
That's how UPC and Kabaka Yeka formed an alliance.
Ena umio Kabaka Yeka ki party me UPC ku Rebecca Chel wekdong gilo ka med karerne.
Which lasted only 2 years and collapsed.
Uripi magario eken peono dong lare. Tikini weng wake ripe ki ubaleko.
And then you had war.
Wenyo chake chuchot.
The wars which His Royal Highness was talking about.
Ene lwenma la dit wirwiri acholu bara logoyene uchaka petien lok makid meno.
1966, 1971, where so many people died, especially the soldiers.
Maga piar bichel bin piar berwe achel. Ena mi odan mapolo to Uganda tutuale lumonyu to mapolo tutuale.
So you have the politics collapsing.
Ene lok me loj logo chako balle pere ki Kenya.
But you have the state pillars like the army also collapsing.
Wa dut mega mente me mon tugidwok piny beneti ju balle karen chuchot.
Idi Amin destroyed the old army by killing all the Acholi and the Lango soldiers.
La dit mano loga mente Idi Amin uchako merne golotin Acholi kilai mano giti mon ruamala mal madon weyo chako nego gichuchot.
Then 1979 we had to disband Amin's army.
E piar beru abongwen e chako neno miramin no aike do ke chako riamo gigilu monye weng.
Then so how would you get security if you don't have united politics, you don't have pillars of state like the army?
Umio kuchi Uganda no dogotek tutwal tienke nene mon peti mater. Yo mope meromo kelo kuchi Uganda.
So therefore, when we were fighting, our main job was to bring peace. around good politics.
Enomiyo karma ente lweny gin man opiero tek lo weng ene meneno ni kucho miero dugi Uganda ene gin lweny mokar ducho.
By 2003, when these people went to court, we were busy struggling with peace.
Makale wario kadek karma lokoko magimero cholgo chere kote kareno no yele pagamento weng tieme kelo kuja ye eno no tij mapiero tek.
Then they went to court and said they want compensation.
Geno chere kote ni miero gi chulgi gimero no miero gi chulgi pe le morwenye chingi.
In other parts of the world, you cannot compensate for war.
E budlo mo kene pero mo chul karma jimo bale dog lweny pe gi chulo.
Or for earthquake.
Nyo jimo kene chalo yeng ka otime pe gi chuli e dano.
Earthquake is called act of God.
Eno ni jimo noro ba yo timo to twalo yeng no ngato timo peke.
War is war. So many things get killed. How can you compensate all of them?
Kare lweny bene jimo pola ta to nyo rweny chulo ne tek mada chule pe yot.
If you talk about Uganda alone,
Kaya loke komu lobo Uganda keken.
In 1979, the whole of Mbarara town was flattened. Not a single building remained standing.
E magapia rabir wabongwen Jimmy Weng metown me barra wen balego kirwa ori Jimmy Weng no pay na no kuma balego wen kilwen.
Masaka the same.
E town me Masaka bene kumeno Jimmy Weng balego.
Even Arua, to some extent, was damaged later.
Kari town no Arua beno bale matek ritual.
Then we had the war in Luero.
Kilwen ma bere Luero.
Where up to now we have got skeletons of 300,000 people.
Kaya nane no chogo padano alibadek kolo foti kuno.
So, with war, the answer is you end the war, bring peace, rehabilitate.
Kit melwen kinapia takerne gigedwen ke gigedwen nane dano kwa duguma be kujumir meda nyim ene ginapia tak.
Rehabilitate according to your capacity, according to your budget.
Wa edwago ruampa dano malupe ki chilling matichi ka kerupe no be pelare.
And that's what we were planning.
Ene gin magamento no tika timna eno.
But these people went to court.
Ento jango chero court.
And you remember that time we were still fighting in Sudan.
Kare no lweny bene pod wata wa lweny lo Sudan bene pod tie.
Because me, I'm always looking for peace. I said, okay, if they have gone to court, let's talk with them.
Kita pol kare ni yenye lo yo me kuch we kuju beri kindano kare mena ne court tika meda nyim we ge jog lo me court gi bet pengi loga.
That's why they talked and then we agreed. Although I was not really convinced that that's the correct way, but if they agree with that, let's try it.
Karibe no en pe tiki yen ritual ni yone twer twer pe ne en to pe bere we onongi tem katwere ge tieko yo mamol.
And that's how we planned and budgeted for it.
En kita go plan no chaka kere en kita kero chili o chaka kid meno.
But soon we started hearing of problems.
So chorge chaka winyo pega ma polo chaka log me chol.
First of all, the lawyers.
Ma chel longol kop lo pere da mo berga konyo jomo mirge cholge pego chaka kenyo.
For them, they were making money for themselves.
No tia tiki yoni en chalo meno chili chingi pege par pelo koko.
They took most of the money.
Pol chilling magi bera chole gindo kwanyo ko gerwa jebage.
Then when we came in, that's how this idea of sending money to the accounts came in.
La chen ge tamne to gadong ge chul chilling account pangaro chela chen mati koko. Nyodo konyo.
That's how because originally apparently the money was going through the lawyers and then they would take all the money.
Pien we ati no chilling worge bolo pirida and to chilling gindo ngolo wiyo ge tamne to ge chul lo bon ngan mati la koko. Where you come?
But even with our method of going direct to the beneficiaries, you have heard of the corruption.
Loga ye cha magiti ga chwala chilling go account pangaro la koko. Pero do cha bir fuda ye de lok machon. Bien cham chano donye ye.
Corruption of mobilizing people to tell lies that then you get money and they take it. Some few people take it.
Echa ro yo bodano kin pachi ni we ga chonyi ka cheno binu bori ini mina mukene and again mukene cha to make it now.
But even if they were not corrupt and stealing, the process itself is not for our people of the villages.
Kari be ne kid meno, kid me choy down da ko bala ye, pien cho mati charo. Magitigi pero, da ko no kid church petika guru kumgi.
Like, for instance, when you talk of the powers of administration,
Tutwale chalo jomo kena manodo ngugi yu togo, dan go togo, magi mini kero, me piru, banyani enoni.
somebody in Yoweri, in my village in Yoweri, those village powers of administration, from whom? From the administrator general. Those are for the Jomukwalos, people who are educated.
Ngad mati Yoweri village mabege. Yo me no pa of administration nyo tuero me piru den tek mada pien ki kuno me piru ka yenye warga wai kot pe yot. Pe ngata fo kwano, jomo kwano tuer timna.
And I'm told powers of administration, you pay money, that you pay 500,000.
Were no ngen warga ne mirda ka chula le mia bij no ngata ti char chen ne pe me chule bene.
Now, 500,000 is more than the budget of our people in the village per year.
Ali mia bij karwa budget madam ti kere origi maga chen lako no ngen ning.
Then you add transport, what?
Dako mer nong chilling mayor mutaga me binu ay Gulu City nyobot kot kungogi pe yot.
So apart from the dishonesty and the cheating and all that, but even if it was being done without cheating, the process itself is for different type of people.
Kariberi no kuonyo cham chano betpe yo magi yenye ke waraga ke ken onodong dano me charo magi ti pe akodong riako me no waraga wek ini chung pi woro nyo ngati muto nodong pe yot.
It's for people who are educated and a bit able.
Gemini yene mero jo kwano kadong pe kwano pe lar.
That's why yesterday I told the Deputy Attorney General that they should go on the what you call it, what? This .com website. That's they go to website.
Nila wo e bera da forget Attorney General office kuno. Ke waya ne dano me kin pachi we charo mirgo chere website. Website jo me kin gang ngeo ni ning.
My people in my village, Barilegi, you know, to go on website. How?
Iwaje ke dano mati we bara legi kuja. Ni o chere website. Kong no ni ning computer na tikwene, chip me tikwene me chere website.
Our village is there, Barilegi, Okwang, Barijobi. Who can go on the website?
Jo mati kin gang chalo bar lege Okwang kono bar jobi. Yo mati maki twer chere website. Lare ni ning pe lare bodgi.
So when I started hearing all this, that's why I said, okay, our Baganda people have a proverb. They say, it's a Baganda proverb, but about Banyankore. The Baganda have a proverb about Banyankore.
Tie genumi okelen pilokit matia teo maraj. Ento tie char lok moma jo me paganda ke logo ikom nyankole. Ene be wajana.
Because the Baganda live near the Banyankole, they know one another. So the Baganda have a proverb that if a cattle keeper in Nyankole doesn't die, even if the cows die, he will get new cows because he's so committed to the cows.
Ni baganda ke berga chel ke bunyankole ke tiki loke mana ni banyankole ka pe ya oto ka diang oto pe balo pien dok no mukena ho pien mar dia imada.
As long as they have life, they will get the cows.
Take kwa ke potie ke yele wa berge diang mona.
So since NRM is here, in Northern Uganda is here, some of us are here. I said, no, let's go. If these people have been cham this money, let's go and talk and we see what to do because we are here. Although some man has been cham, but let's see what to do.
Eno me ene tamani government nyo NRM machalo government potie umiere bin kan. Kari ben ni jomo keno berga tim me cham chana lok me chol. Putok yo motie magira motie ne kwere wa wot mabe. Mi ene o itikani.
Because you have heard that we have already spent 159 billion.
O wenyo gi itu de billion marom mi achel gi piera biju abongwen kolo dongi ke cholo ke dano odong.
Which is supposed to have gone to 28,000 people.
Mano mi chet bo dano maroma ali piero bor kolo.
They need now another 500 billion.
Ke merda billion marom ali mi abij kolo.
If we have that money, should we do it in this way or we should look for another way?
Chilling any katie mono. Umyaki met the kiraki timona querne. You're not in love you mukene were chilling or bodan my bear.
So that's why I came. And of course, you also have the other issue of, because according to Attorney General, 28,000 have been paid. Another 24,000 are the ones approved claimants.
Nema lopaki lokma bora Attorney General, dana le piero borge chologe, er dana le piero ngwen, Dr. Joma Pudong, ke yeno mirge cholge, no nege mirge cholge, er put paki cholge.
But then the others who are saying, no, it's not only those, even us.
Jomo ken wajane pe mir jonen ke kena ke cholgi, gin mer mirge nong gin mo ye, choliene.
And some of those who say they are verified are not the ones.
Mokena mer wajane joma nyingi ti choli, jomo ken be no pege diengi, joma dok tiki diene nyingi dok pe chol.
Now, since we are here, let us solve this problem in the most rational way.
Kerdong watikany, wagora wakany kachele, loki en mir wanyam, wabin ki yo mati menene cholo war mabe.
That's why I came here. So I want to give you half an hour for people to tell me what to do. The wananchi, you tell me what should we do.
Do embe miyo deke gapiara dek. Were in meti kenyone amalo inyutame ngome tamnu mirgetim wek cholo war mabe.
I will sit down and hear what you are saying.
And beberu pinyo meru winyi lokma ki botu chawane deke gapiara dek.
If you have got some good ideas, walk to the microphone and advise us. Do we continue this way or do we do what?
Kai ingeni tam miti ati, ingeni tam ini be mada meru miyotam, chet kama microphone ti ye chuin line kai white tami.
Poyo Matek.
Poyo Matek, thank you very much.
Walego Dano Mebedo orderly. We will request that you be orderly and let's be orderly and straight to the point. Take the shortest time possible. Go straight to your point. Walego ni kagimi chawa chere kumlokiati lok malupe ki lok magitika lokone kite dakika manok. Gimina tam ni ite chawa mapekaro dakika rio kum ngara chel dok chere kum lokke komene. Opoyo. Walego kongwa mio. Ladir ladu chare.
Thank you so much, His Excellency. I am called Atube Dennis Ladu. I am the chairperson LP3 of Longolo Sub-County. His Excellency, I want to appreciate you for coming, and you are a very white man.
Go straight to your point.
The compensation should go per household, because the people whom they have received the money, if we are to witness the list, will surprise us, even you, because we'll bring the name of people who never own animals in their life. So thank you so much.
Amero ni anuo kai biro lok mapol foj dong pe chere kum lok ke pe ke lok mapat chere kum lok apoyo.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. My name is Oketa Walter Ogwang. I'm the chairperson for NRM Agago and also chairperson of NRM Acholi Subregion. I want to appreciate your offer for accepting to compensate, even if it's against the war rule. I would want to put my advice like, one, let us move the payment, if we are going to continue, to go to district account instead of Kampala. Two, let us involve your structure for proper verification, because we are able to identify right from the grassroots. Lastly,
we want to request for Logme or Mamegwa Ladit for your structures here. Thank you.
I'm Robert Okwera, Councillor for Vanguard Ward. Your Excellency, this initiative is much similar with PDM. When the PDM came and was going through the district, through the technical staff, a lot of difficulties and irregularities was found. So yesterday when the Fanayindis heard that you are coming here, I had meeting with my people. They said payment goes straight to individuals and it should go straight to the household. At least someone who has reached 18 and above get 10 cows. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm called Justice Okelo Galdino. I'm also the chairman of Compensation Committee of Acholi World Debt Claimant Association. I want to comment on one thing. That's about the case. You will recall that when the representative suit of 38 of 2006 was filed, Your Excellency directed the Attorney General to negotiate with representative of claimants or their lawyer and out-of-court settlement. Unfortunately, that out-of-court settlement has never been concluded. And the payment being made now is being made without knowing the number of claimants to be paid, the total number of animals to be paid, the value of the animal had not been agreed upon. Actually, Your Excellency, I want to say that executive of Acholi World Debt Claimant Association would like to meet you so that the issues that had not been agreed on should be agreed on, and so that the complainant, the issues of the complainant should be resolved. That is all. Your Excellency, my name is Gilbert Olanya, the Member of Parliament from Amoro. Your Excellency, with the love that you have for the people of Acholi, I would like to ask you, when you are handling the issues of compensation, the Acholi subregion should be taken as a unique problem. The problem of Acholi shouldn't be compared with other regions. You have seen from the statistics, the claimants from Acholi is only 16,000. Teso up to 43,000. Now up to 38,000. The Acholi people are very sincere. We didn't like to exaggerate the figures. Therefore, let our problem be handled in a unique way. Your Excellency, the Acholi community suffered more than in other regions. We were here for more than 20 years. Therefore, when you're handling our issues, I urge you have to look at it in a very holistic manner. To complete the compensation in Acholi people lost several things. Therefore, let the government come up with an holistic approach of compensating our people. Finally, allow me to appreciate you, Your Excellency, one, for stopping massive tree cutting in Acholi.
I remember in Baraligi, when you gave the executive order, I would like to thank the 4th Division Commander and his team. When they deployed, right now, massive tree cutting is no longer in Acholi. I appreciate you for that. And as I wind up, on the Balalo issue, Your Excellency, they are still continuously blocking community road and blocking the access water point. 2 weeks ago in Pade, we went and helped the community by opening the access road and water point. After opening, right now what is happening is that the police officers are conniving with the Balalo to take us for court for malicious damage. Yet we participated in implementing your executive order. I thank you, Your Excellency. Continue playing the great role in protecting the Acholi land. I thank you.
Alego members, Kagimi Dakiagario, please stick to that and straight to the point.
Your Excellency and the member around. I'm called Lujoka Idokide, Chairperson LC3 Lerakato Sub-County in Agago District. I am here to answer the question that you have raised, that the payment of the compensation for the animal lost in the hand of during the war, to me, I said it should be paid per household. Why do I say this? All these complainants, they have opened their account. Once the payment should go direct into the individual account to avoid another loss of the money. And secondly, I want to ask to this meeting that the payment should quickly be done. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, my name is Richard Okwera. I am the district Deputy Speaker, Moro District Local Government. Your Excellency, I listen to you very keenly. You are driving toward interest. You want any actually to benefit. I also concur with you, Your Excellency. Let all the family get at least 7 bull or 5. That would be better. Your Excellency, if you are not doing this, as the NRM government, it is very hard for us. We are approaching election. We need you to intervene with this immediately so that the local community get the compensation. The issue of actually war debt claimant, to me, I feel it is not important. Let all the family member of actually get something small. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, President of Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I am called Olanya Billy Graham, Chairperson from Acholi Subregion, sir. I would like to go straight to the way forward, sir, as you requested the community. Now, since NRM is in charge of the country, to make this payment be effective and real to the beneficiary, I would like to suggest that the LC1s of the party structure within the village, they should be the one who should identify the family, the household, so that they are compensated.
Thank you. Next.
Yes, thank you, the President of Republic of Uganda. My name is Dennis Klama. I'm the District Youth Councillor 5, Amoro. I do concur with you that all the families will benefit from the cattle compensation. But my question to you are two. One, before this debt claim and compensation, we had restocking program already ongoing. They went silent debt. How sure are we that if you do this, you change what is already happening, all the families will again get those? The same scenario happened when we were going back to the camp. Everyone was supposed to get iron seeds, but they gave to about 5 in the villages. It went silent dead. How sure that if we allow this, everybody will get? My concern is that this is coming at a wrong time. We are going to election time, and this might be the issue in Acholi say going on in. Lastly, regarding war, we have land that were used during camp, and this land
they were destroyed. They cannot be used productively for agriculture. There was a saying that the landowners will be compensated. Up to now, there's no information regarding that. His Excellency, I request these issues should be looked into critically. However, I caution the people who sit with you also to try to guide. What about the legality of those who were already verified to get those cattle? If you change the approach, will they not again come and say we were already verified to get this? Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Bosmi Kotim. Actually, compensation has taken so long, not because the government does not want to help the people of Acholi land. We have been receiving a lot of initiatives through the government, but it does not reach the beneficiaries, the rightful beneficiaries. The whole system must be changed. This system of relative friends and in-laws, even if you send trillion shillings here, nobody will be a beneficiary apart from the same people, same group, same team, same committee. Boss Miko team, I'm telling you the truth. Our actually leaders are our own problem of the land. Change them. The people will appreciate the government. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. My name is Udongauto. I'm an advocate. Your Excellency, I just want to address my mind. Welcome to Gulu, and thank you for the executive order. God bless you. Thank you for the ban on charcoal. God bless you. I wanted to address my mind on the legality of the issue you raised. First of all, this is a court out of court settlement. There are people who have been partially paid. Compensation is totally different from rehabilitation. Compensation legally is different from rehabilitation. You pay for what has been lost. This is a subject matter before court. And even if this government decides that they will rehabilitate and give 5 cows per household, this will not be the last government. Because people have to be paid for what was picked from here. So I would appeal to you, Excellency. You mean well. You mean well. You made a bold decision to make an executive order against your own tribesmen. You mean well for our people. But it hurts us to see the cows of Balalo when ours is not there, and today they come to tell us, let us give everyone 5. They took 5,000 cows. You now want to give 3 cows? This is ludicrous. This is an insult. So you could put a select committee. There are people who stole cattle money. Some of them are here. They are here among us. They should be in prison long time ago. And lastly, as I go to sit, Your Excellency, the political leaders, there are MPs who have been paid 2,000 cows, ministers who have been paid 3,000 cows, generals who have paid themselves 2,500 cows. They are here. Now today they are saying they give everyone 5 cows. For crying out loud, this one will cause you a political problem. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, I am Rubakene Daniel Boyka. I am the City Councillor 5 representing the young people in this city. At the same time, the chairperson Youth League, Gulu City. Your Excellency, I want to concur with what my honorable colleagues they have said, that every household, at least, they should get 5 or 7. I want to agree with what they have said here. But Your Excellency, sir, you need to change your technical staff you work with. Because some people, they are not telling you the truth, what they are supposed to do in our community here or in Acholi Subregion. So you change the people you work with, some of them, so that all of us will benefit before you are retired from your office. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, the President, my name is Uyo Morris Santo. I am from Kitgum District. I am the chairman for one of the division in the municipality. At the same time, Mr. President, I am the chairperson FDC in Kitgum District. I want to make this one very clear. Going forward, Mr. President, sir, I want to align myself with all the presentation by our member of parliament, most of the statements presented today are actually very true, and we want to agree with that. Mr. President, we want to request that if you want this issue to be history, number one, I want you to begin involving the lower local government leadership who knows the actual beneficiaries in the community. You have been involving cows who are, who are visitors in the district. These who are visitors in the district. These two people that don't know anything so much in the district, and they don't have direct connection with the people. Please, Mr. President, I request that you involve the lower local government leadership so that we can verify this list and our people get the compensation. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Those are my issues.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Bosco Kerayot. I am a district councillor from Kitgum district. Your Excellency, I am 39 years old. And when we compare how long this government has been, so the government came at a time when I was yet very young. Your Excellency, the elders have told us that the war that we had in Uganda mostly was fought in Northern Uganda, especially the LRA war. And the most affected community were the community of Acholi land. Your Excellency, when I saw the list of the claimants indicating those that are going to benefit, I felt so bad, Your Excellency, because we know very well that the most affected community in Uganda in terms of the insurgency in Northern Uganda has been Acholi land. So these are my proposal as a young person, Your Excellency. One, if we are going to continue with the payment through claimant, then a fresh registration and verification be done in Acholi land so that we get the right beneficiaries who should benefit from the claimant. Your Excellency, there have been proposals that household be paid. And if household to be paid, Your Excellency, I would propose that any person above the age of 20 years from now be compensated with at least 10 cows. Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Wellington Kuwait. I'm the Councillor 5, Gwatira Sub-County in Gulu District. I have two issues. One, I want to plead to you, Your Excellency, that you use your indulgence within your wise leadership to organize another different meeting with the district leaders and the sub-county leaders separately. You realize that our members of parliament, the ministers, they have taken advantage of this meeting. And you are not going to hear what we have as local government. We have a lot of issues to share with you. Two, I must address my discontent with the statistics presented by the Attorney General. I must say that they are very unfair. You realize that the total number of claimants from the whole Acholi Subregion is only 16,000. That's a very big lie. I must say the statistics is not true. And we are going home when we are not happy. It is not true. Two, Your Excellency, our appeal to you that you, within your wise leadership, you should put a compensation desk office at each sub-county to handle the file. We have so many files, I could say, that have not been worked on. And people are complaining. You have been hearing how the civil servant, the Attorney General, have been very defensive. And that is how they're operating. Our people are not free. There are a lot of people that are being frustrated with the work of your staff. We plead that really the desk office have to be there at the sub-county to handle file. You can, thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, I have 2 minutes to talk to you. I am Ochan Eric Stover, the Youth Chairperson for Gulu District.
I am here representing the young people because I don't see any young person in the line. This war that took place happened, and our ancestors lost animals. These animals, if they were there today, I believe, as the grandchildren, they would have given us 20 herds of cattle per household. So I request that you give 20 herds of cattle for each household in Acholi Subregion. However, I request that we don't use the census for UBO's report as the true number of households in Acholi. Let us have the LC ones do verifications of the real households in Acholi. Anybody who has a wife should be registered and then given 20 herds of animal in Acholi Subregion. That is one aspect which I'm trying to see. Another one is that because of that, as a young person, I do experience a lot of issues. We don't have people who are educated. UP has lost its meaning. USE has lost its meaning. So, Your Excellency, the President, with the power you normally have, with the directives you give, I don't know why it is still taking long. Can't you give a directive that more grants be added to USE schools and UPE schools and we have children learn for free? This is a matter of concern because in Gulu district, the highest landed person may be P7 liver or senior 2, senior 3. We don't have schools in Gulu district that is there. So because of time, let me stop here, but that is the matter of the young people. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President.
For the remaining people, please, you will now use 1 minute. I have been advised we do not have much time. Please.
I know we don't have time, but please 2 minutes also. We are not different anymore. Thank you so much. I would like to thank God for today. His Excellency, I am the Deputy Speaker of Moro District Local Government. I think today the Lord has heard my prayer. I really wanted to present my pledges to you, but I've never had this time, His Excellency. First of all, I would like to request you, before I comment on debt claimants, His Excellency, pay attention so much to local leadership. You've given a very big gap to local leaders. You don't listen to us. You've never heard our voices. It is from 2021, we are in 2025. You've not heard from local leadership. So we have a lot of grievances to pledge before your table. I would like to pledge today, if you could give us a day, even one, or even after election, meet the local leaders. We have grievances to pledge before you. 2, I would like to add on the what debt claimants. His Excellency, verification are always done, but are done with wrong decisions and wrong ambitions. I would like to advise or request, if you could allow, let verification be done in the council floor when it is first verified from the local leaders from villages there. If verification can be done from local council, in the council floor, we are able to identify who is the wrong one receiving the money or who is a ghost person receiving the money for claimants. Then lastly, His Excellency, I would like to inform you also, we have LC1s in the villages there who are denying other claimants registration. Once they have grievances among themselves, they fail to register members. That's why we have very less members who are registered. Thank you so much. May the Lord bless you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the tactician of Peace, Stability, Africa. My name is Kenneth Okelo Dogi. I am the District Councillor 5 representing Wakat in Gulu District. Your Excellency, the problem of Acholi is not only within what we are talking about. The problem of Acholi is I can describe it in one principle, that it is a very beautiful building with a bars of gold inside, but there is no door and there is no security guarding the door. Why I'm saying this, I have 2 recommendations to your desk, Mr. President. One is, I have seen a lot of tribes having the ministers that represent their issues. I recommend if you can have that and speak for Acholi. The question is, who speak for Acholi where? Because we have been listening that we are representing Acholi, but the representation of Acholi does not gather the data that is collected from the villages. Your Excellency, the second one is, I know we have talked about the compensation of the animals there. No, we have not only lost animals, Mr. President, we have lost a lot of things, including life. The point here is, what are the data that are being represented to your desk, sir? The data that are being represented to your desk, is it a secondary data or primary data? That is the question, Mr. President, go and digest. Otherwise, the people who are being benefited in this are not even the people who are born before even the animal compensation have started, and these are wrong people. The country needs true people and to speak into the His Excellency, the last as I conclude, I come from a watch, and today in the morning, I passed by the hospital. Our hospital is doing bad, sir. And what Health Center 4 need total renovation and upgrading. Sir, this is my humble request. I beg to submit. God bless you. Long live, sir.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. I observe all protocol. My name is Acholi Subregion, represent the people of Spaito for Santo District Local Government. Your Excellency, sir, I raise up from the issue of actually what is claiming. Sir, to avoid this corruption, you have to really bring the issue into equal amount of payment. When we agree that they are going to pay 2028 of cattle, let it be equal rates for all the household of the claimants to avoid the corruption. Then two, sir, with due respect, we need the list of the beneficiaries, those who have already received the money and those who are still on pending payments, to make us be sure that the right people of Acholi, they are the ones who get the payments.
The list is here provided. The ones who have been paid and they are saying.
Thank you, sir.
Lakwara is saying, the granddaughter is saying that even the ones who are approved, that list is for the ones who were paid. Now we need also the one who are supposed to have been approved. That's at each counted.
Yes, sir.
That one can be provided. That's
Exactly, sir. Then I want to supplement, sir, on the issue of Balalo. Sir, with due respect, let me raise that in front of you.
Don't touch too many things.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. His Excellency, I want to thank you so much. My name is Richard Benego, the chairperson of LTC for Petum Sub-County. When I heard about what happened during the data, in my sub-county, I have a lot of challenges when people heard about actually water climate, because during registration, many people did not register. And I am here in to request for registration for new people, because right now there are many people in my sub-county there. They are not the beneficiaries of the actually water climate. And also during that time of registration, there was a lot of corruption, and some people do not have money to pay for registration. And therefore, if that grace period can be given to our people, then it would be a very good thing for our people in the sub-county of Khartoum. Thank you so much.
Unstoppable spirit of Northern Uganda. For more information and exhibition, call us on 0776.
Christopher Oman is my name, Sub-County Chairperson, LC3, Palabekogile, Lamore District. Mr. President, your question is very clear because you asked about the compensation program. And we are here to answer, because that's why they give us only 2 minutes.
Just 1 minute. Let me come back. 1 minute.
Gulu City, I'm ready. For the first time, Gulu City, I'm ready. For the first time in Northern Uganda, we bring you the ultimate biggest festival, Gulu City Oktoberfest, this October from 6th to 14th, 2025 at Kaunda Grounds. The streets of Gulu will be electric with marathon, culture, motor rally, business exhibition, fashions, visiting tour sites in Northern Uganda, like Idepo National Park, Mashishon Falls, music and performance, food, art, dance, and many more. This year's Gulu Oktoberfest celebrating our rich heritage, creativity, culture, and the unstoppable spirit of Northern Uganda. For more information and exhibition, call us on 0776 721 008 and be part of this biggest event of the year. Gulu City Oktoberfest, celebrating our heritage and the heartbeat of Acholi culture.
Your Excellency, as I already tried to say, your question is very simple because you asked about how you can finish this issue of compensation. Since the issue has went up to court and it had been withdrawn from court, you have the structure started from the LCs 1 up to Member of Parliament. And you trust them, and we are also the community trust them. That's why you call them here. So I think the best thing you take the issue back to the structure, because the committee of the compensation really put a lot of things to the community, especially they are dropping money which they are autonomous and they are not even auditing, and they are too corrupt. That's why I'm saying it is good for us to follow the structure which is already present. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Somebody made mention that for us, the people of Acholi, we are not grateful. Simply because people are receiving money, but they are not appreciating. This is true because the people who are benefiting are the rich ones who are connected in this government. But the actual people in the villages are not getting the money. It is very easy, Your Excellency, to notice a villager with money. And simply because the money is going to rich people, they are seated quietly and they are over-exaggerating the number of animals. They are being compensated and they are keeping quiet. I therefore suggest that everyone in Acholi is affected by the war, and we should all be compensated at household level. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I am Atao Pamela, a district councillor from Kitgum District, Secretary for Production, Marketing and Natural Resources, Kitgum District Local Government. Your Excellency, the modality used for vetting the beneficiaries in PDM, I prefer that it should be used for vetting the people who are supposed to benefit from this program. Why do I say this? The vetting committee sits from the parish and they know everyone that comes from each parish from within Northern Region. Your Excellency, you are talking about the compensation of the Acholi War. But be aware that the people of Northern Uganda, more especially those ones who sit near the National Game Park, are also being affected massively. Elephants has killed many people. Karamojong has collected many cows even after the one that we are compensating at the moment. So we are requesting you that amidst the compensation that you are going to put towards this Acholi War, you also include the death
which got lost during the elephant invasion and the elephants, especially in Rom in Kitgum district. Your Excellency, it is very difficult to find time to talk to you. Aware that in 2015, Your Excellency, you pledged to the people of Kitgum district during St. Janani Luom Commemorative Day that you are going to give us Bishop Janani Luom University. That one is very important for the people of Kitgum district. I would like to remind you as a youth of Kitgum district that you go and work out to make sure that that university is put in place. Thank you.
Yeah. Now,
My name.
just 1 minute. Sit down, sit down, Rakwala, sit down. The elephant damage is easier to compensate because it is recent and the records are clear. So the MPs can follow it up, and that should be easy. Because the problem of what we are dealing with is that it is long ago, the records are not clear. That's why they are manipulatable. This is the problem. But the elephant damaging crops, this is very simple. You can work on it and they are compensated. The MPs can follow it up because it is recent and verifiable. Okay.
Yes, His Excellency. I'm by the name called Charles Taylor Nyero, Councillor 5, representing people of Pogo Sub-County from Amoro District. Yeah, your question was very clean and clear that how do we people wanted you to clear the issue of compensation? I think the simple way is we are all a victim in Acholi region. So you should use the same platform. If you can give 5 cow per household, they will be okay. Because the way how these people are handling will not be okay. Up to now, I have an evidence in my sub-county. Other people were verified, and up to now, they did not receive. I am the government chief whip, Amoro district. Even we have issues we need to handle with you. But we shall get time and communicate. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I am Kenneth Okot, the chairperson LC3 at Yak Town Council. As per the question, I've come to table my proposal. First of all, borrowing from the Paris Development Model, we have been working with the Paris Development Committees. I would request, if possible, the verification and update of beneficiaries be subjected at parish level to be done by the Paris Development Committee so that we have a bottom-up approach that will enable us eliminate fake names or ghosts, hence restoring hope of the people. And for us to ably compensate all the individuals, we should do the same model for the Paris Development, the Paris Development Model. The money should come from the ministry straight to individuals' account at home directly without going through all these channels and ministries. Lastly, as per the people of Atiak, we continue to request you to factor in the compensation of the people that were massacred in 1995 massacre, coupled with those who are massacred in Atiak Auction Day in 1994. Thank you so much. I beg to submit.
Lastly, Your Excellency, sir, my name is Ernest Tumwesige Amoti. I am a journalist. I'm here representing a special category of the journalists who work in this part of the region under Acholi Multimedia Journalists Association. Sir, we in 2023, while in Chambogo for one week retreat, you promised to support us under our circle. We've been waiting for that support. And sir,
the general journalists.
Yes, sir.
You know them.
Yes, sir. Secondly, sir, you've been moving around in this part of the country where you've been making our friends happy. Should we expect the same, sir, today for the journalists here in this part of the region?
This is different.
Thank you.
Now, let's conclude now. Translate.
Yes, Your Excellency.
let's conclude. It is clear that there is a problem with this list.
Nyote don kama leng ni pero tie i list ene.
So therefore,
Pimeno,
I propose two things.
en tika kate kitamario.
Number one,
Me achiel,
publish the list of those who have, because they have brought the list of
Umiero
those who have already been paid.
umiero gi ya kama leng nying jo madong gichulogi.
It is here.
Nyingi enotie kany.
I want it to be downloaded and published at every sub-county.
Umiero gi mi nyingi ene chiki chet gi ya i sub-counties duju.
So that you all see it.
Wek dano duju bet ke kar meneno anga gi magichulogi.
And if it is faith, then it helps us to act.
Mabene kagi noni, kit nying epetie nying mada, nying mati ati, chimiyo kero, menene gitiyu kum nying eguni.
But also publish the ones whom you say, because you said in Acholi, 16,000 were verified.
Kibero miero no ginyut kamaleng giya jo man ma gingiyo nyingi ginoni umiero gichulgi aliba pawi ya bichel tuwieni.
But 4,000 were paid.
Ento ke kumeoni aliba maroma aliba ngwen donge chulo.
Let us all see the 4,000 who were paid.
Pimeno miero ginen ginge angage ke kumdano aliba ngwen magichulo. Kichili adi magichulo.
And how much you are paid.
Chili adi mano gichuli kumngara chela chel.
And then also the 12,000.
Kidong mano dong dano aliba pawi ya rio.
Who are not yet paid but approved.
Mapia gichulogi ento nyingi tikin jo miero gichuli.
So that we do mass verification.
Wek no gingi memoko adane.
So that we know that at least these are not false claimers.
Weko konywa meni yang ni eni pechul gopa chul me ada.
Like Mao was approached, he never owned a cow.
Kiet machalo la dit Mao gichiero bore ni umiero gichule kun en ngeo ni pe no kidiang.
But he was approached to apply.
Ento gichiero bore ni kaye wek girwak nye.
But because Mao wants to go to heaven, he said no.
Ento piene la dit Mao miero gichiero polo eno kwero ni eno petwere.
But there are others who are determined to go to Gehenna.
Ento tijo mukene mage miero gichiero kapiny.
So that we give ourselves 1 month to study that.
Weko mi kare maromo dwe achiel mengiyo Germany anoni.
In the whole of the north, actually, the whole of Acholi, Lango, and Teso.
Pikabero machul lok mediang tiye Acholi lao kitese.
Then that will help us deal with the issue of, because now there are two issues. One is a flat.
Eno bikonyo wa meneno logario.
A flat empowerment for all families, which is everybody. It's better than that opinion.
Lok me achiel eneni tam tiga katini gichul dano oduju mano dog or achiel wel marom tamen beno tiga kati.
Which everybody seems to accept.
Nen chalo kita ene winyo kwere dano mapol tika chwakone.
But others say, yes, that one is all right, but also maintain the compensation for these other people.
Ento tam mukene majumoken tiga kati kwere tiga wachuni be nige chul orio oduju ento pichul man mediang majone dongi mogo nyingini umiero gimete gitieko.
But the money of the government is not limitless. If it's too much, the government will not manage.
Ento tika wachuni kachule tie duong tutwal gamente peromotiekone.
So that's why it is very crucial that we clean what is going on now as we discuss how to do either, because some people are saying restocking plus compensation for the verified.
ene wego ente katamo ne omiero kong ng'i I record matie nyingi ka wego kony pien tam ti ario makwago lok mechul eni kimeneno kit mekonyo odi ki odi ni.
But can the government manage all that?
Ento gamente mono twero chopo ario eno ni dujo.
Because what would be easier for the government is actually, because now what the Deputy Secretary is saying that 500 billion, 560 billion will cover all the verified.
Ene tamo ni gin maromo bero yot kibot gamente pien ni la lupko atune jenro tika wacho ne chiene matika miete romo billion 500 mechulo chulo ko dujo.
We could plan for that and give the verified if they are really the real one.
Ene tamo ni geromo kati gere kitam meneno ni kache nying matieni nying magi mogo ne tiada chi geromo chulo gere weng.
But then what would happen to the masses of the other people?
Ento no jo mukene magipe ikin nying eone do ngoma ubitime pigi.
So, therefore, secondly, that's why I'm proposing we form a committee here.
Pimeno wego ene tie kamiyo tam ne miete ne gikate kidul mo committee mo
of the people you trust.
Pa jo mano wuno tie kigene kumgi.
Because this is a kachoke madit of the whole of Acholi.
Pien ene tie kachoke madit ma okelo tela ko dujo.
You are only elected people.
Wun dujo jo magiyero gi kitedul mapatpat.
Some are cultural leaders.
Mukene ludiro tekwaro.
Some are religious leaders.
Mukene ludiro dini.
Some are elders.
Mukene ludirwa mauteki.
That's why I called all of you.
Eno wego ene luo unogo weng.
The councillors, the LC3, you are all here.
Lutela metedero councillors ki LC3s weng tie kany.
So you can form a committee as we use this month to verify.
Pimeno ene tamono miero gikate ki committee mo weki ti kidue eni dwe achiel meno wajini meng'iyo list madong tiene.
Not to verify, to check, to audit.
Meng'iyo list madong tiene.
To audit the ones who were paid.
Meng'iyo ng'agi madong gichulogi.
And then the ones who were approved to be paid.
Jo maono dongi mogo gini umiero gichulgi.
But not yet paid.
Mapia ono chul.
And then we use that time also to discuss if we do restocking plus paying.
Gitiyu bene kikare eone meneno nyunyamo tam ikum.
What do we do?
Ikum chul malupe kichul matika wot unyo miyo kony miyo dieng ite yub me restocking.
Or do the flat empowerment of all the homesteads in Northern Uganda, because I have the
unyo kede dong gimiyo dieng idok ori weng.
I have the homesteads here according to the last census.
Eno wajo ni malupe ke kwano wel dano ma okaro ene tie ke wel odi onyo wel keno matie.
Actual households according to the last census 466,000.
Wel keno matie tie 450,000.
Lango 575,000.
Lao tie 570,000.
Teso 489,000.
Teso tie 480,000.
That's about 1 million households.
Kai ribu dujo romo owe kiena ka million achiel.
Million about 1 point something million like
romo million achiel ke 100,000 kiwie.
About 1.5 million.
Romo o million achiel ki 500,000.
So that's a lot of money.
Eno mero chente madit.
Your government will collapse. We have to
Gamente romo tuogo.
So that's why I want the committee to discuss this issue. 2 things for today. Audit what has been done. And 2, let's discuss how to move in a better way.
Eno wego enemete jamario miero time. Me achiel ng'iyo kit machulo waro kwede malupe ki record matie ki me ario neno kit magero mochopo kwede ki loke.
This is what I propose.
En jamario ma eneti kakati kwede.
Ario.
Logario.
Achiel audit.
Me achiel ng'iyo record matiene en.
Audit the 4,000. paid and how much?
Ng'iyo dano alib ang'wen ma gichuli ng'ara achiel gichulu chili adi.
And also audit the 12,000 verified but not yet paid.
Ng'iyo dano alib apar wi ariyo madong gi mogo nomiero gichulgi ento pia gichulo gini ang'agi.
And you're the committee to see how do we move now.
Lok me ariyo ene komiti mo giket meneno dong ka gitiego lok me achieli dong gichera nyim nining me chopo lok
We have the money and we can budget affordably. We can't do things which will collapse the country.
Chienne mere tie ento romo timo jami matwere pege romo chopo jami duju pien no chienne penongo.
But how do we move in a better way?
Ento gi romo teore ni ning yo maber.
So after 1 month we should do. By that time we shall have the committee. We shall have gotten all the facts.
Eno wajo ni itamo ni kage miyo dwe achiel ing'e dwe achiel no komiti achiel o biro dok jami no kwet maguno romo konyo.
This is what I propose.
En tam matika kate kwere.
Do you support it?
Utamo ni ngo uchwako tami enoni.
You support it? Those in favor say aye. Those are going to say no. Or the ayes have it. The noes are.
Manyote ni kid maogamo kwere tien loke ni uchwako.
The no are manok.
Ni jo mape uchwako ti manok.
Apoyo mate.
Ladiro puyo tutwal.
My office has organized for you some transport, so I don't want you to be stuck.
Office mamego yubo oloto gino mo manok makonyo lok me wuot wek pe ng'ati mo dok ng'aye ko kanyo.
I don't want my staff to cham my.
Eno wacho ni pe miro lutiche me buyo ng'ati mo chamo chentre.
I don't want them to charm one of my children.
Me pe miro lutiche ng'are mo kin lutiche ni me chamo chentre pa joma ene luo.
Apoyo matet.
Wapoyo. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now I'll request everyone to please. We will request you, Your Excellency. There are members who send in their apologies. In the interest of time, I will not read. Members of Parliament and local government leaders, they have been with us in spirit. Members, we will now have the anthems sung in reverse order.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
The State House Controller, the memorandum of His Highness Chana, get it and we deal with some of those issues. You get the speech he gave.
Enteka wachuni, la tich mamego miro nene lok ma na dit warachana ulogo, uneno miro lingeo ye giti ye.
Now, how will you form that committee?
Dong enteka penyo ni committee ni eni, wano bi katikwere nining.
Ronek, what do you propose?
Ladit ila Ronek.
The committee, you form it here, or because now you are here, you can form it here.
Your Excellency, Honorable Ilaronek is consulting with the rest of the leaders.
Okay, so you consult here now, so because if you disperse, it will not be.
Yes, Your Excellency, you invited different categories. They will be consulted, then the details will be provided to you. Thank you, sir. Walego kaladit tika yupe mewekwa. As our chief guest leaves, we will request the rest of us to please remain where we are. We have an assignment to have the committee formed, and Honorable Ilarunek will guide the process. Walego kaladit tika chero, ludiruduju iromu mapatpat walego ni oberi kaberuwu, ladit Ilarunek bikonyowa meneno ni committee magawajo pirene gikate kwede.